'Tis the season for a special ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Thanks for watching the PU2 channel. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. We've got Climate and PS Zombie. We even have Risky and Alex too. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Welcome to the PU2ASU Christmas special, everyone. Get hyped. We got some holiday cheer. We are holiday cheering out the wazoo. What happened to the screen?
No idea.
Look at all that cheer.
Look at all that.
Oh.
It went so crazy, folks. It broke the stream. Like the camera.
It broke the stream.
We're in the fourth dimension of holiday cheer.
I think your screen's sharing there.
Yeah, I clearly am. It's a good thing I don't have anything embarrassing on here.
Right?
Gosh, that'd be the worst. It's just like My Little Pony, everything. Like.
What's wrong with that?
Oh,
Just
sorry.
cool stuff, D&D
I am
spell
sorry.
books, you know.
Screen share.
Hashtag Pinky.
Alright, let me see how what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. You guys are watching me not knowing what I'm doing.
That is alright, man. It was well timed.
Hey.
The holiday cheer.
Let me kick
We've
out
all
this.
done it.
Have we though?
Alright, so if you go to video source, can you not change it to like camera or something?
That's what I thought I was doing. It's not actually giving me that option now, which is frustrating.
You can just X
you
out
may
the
have to
Ninja
close
window
Ninja
and
out
try to
and
relaunch
reopen
it. That should disconnect you.
Yeah, let's try that. That's a good idea.
Are
you still seeing my screen?
Nope. Gone.
You're not? Okay, that's good. Alright, let's try this again.
Look, we've got a wonderful sweater from Climate. Got a nice holiday Santa cap from PS Zombie. We are ready for some holiday cheer.
Hi, Barbara.
Okay.
We even got sweater Bob Ross on the stream, folks.
I used to be a Marine drill instructor. Then I became a painter. I have 72 confirmed kills.
72.
I'm painting myself on this sweater.
Alright, let's see.
I wonder where this echo's coming from.
I don't know.
Yeah, make sure your audio's turned off in Ninja too, I guess.
And the stream, if you guys got the stream up, make sure, you don't got the audio kicking back from that. I mean, have the stream up.
Yeah, that should all.
I need the views, but also just cut off the audio. Alex, you around, bud? You still with us? I don't know what happened, Alex. Well, welcome to the holiday special, folks. We're going to have some fun tonight. We've got some games for the players that are here on our stream with us. And this is going to be our last stream of 2022. So we're going to go out in style. I'm happy to have the whole big holiday cheer crew here with us. And we're going to play through a segment I like to call Reindeer Ranker Games. So I'm pretty excited to introduce that to the crew here. I told them no peeking. I sent it to them and I said no peeking. So they shouldn't know too much what's up ahead. So that's exciting. Let me do my check-ins real quick. Climate, how are you? How is Bob Ross? How are you doing?
We're doing great. We're making happy little trees and accidents and all that. We're great.
Perfect. And you're going to be traveling a little bit over the holiday season, right? You suggest
Right.
A
Little travel, going to be avoiding those icy roads. It's supposed to be a very unprecedented climate situation. Yeah,
Tie it all back.
I don't know if you've heard. There's a roughly a 50-degree below average. You can expect this pretty class.
That's quite the climate hot streak, folks. That's twice that he's referenced his own name in the stream regarding climate and and the way it's changing for the worse.
It's a shameless
Going
plug.
off.
Yeah, just going off on that. Alex, you back?
Can you hear me?
You went missing, my friend. How are you?
I'm good. I could hear you, but I don't think you can hear me. I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm ready for some reindeer games.
Good. I'm
You're
so
traveling a
excited
lot.
for these reindeer games.
You've been traveling a lot too over the holidays, right? You two had a lot of
Yeah,
traveling?
we've got a little bit coming up. Yeah, it's nice. We get to see family and do some of that fun stuff, so it's worth it.
Cool. And then we got Risky Biscuit on here, who I haven't talked to in a while. His house size has grown a little bit for the holidays. He's also in the man cave of his new house, so
Yeah.
it's all
I
exciting.
have a personal space now
How's that
For
working
all
my-
for you?
for all my
Game changer.
adult toys.
There you go.
Hmm.
Video game adult.
You want to rephrase it?
Yeah, video game adult toys.
Yes.
Action figures, not action toys.
Oh, adult. Yes,
Oh,
I hear what you're saying. Adult toys can be different. Can be. I get what you're saying now. Should have clarified. I don't put those on my wall. Those are not mounted in the packaging. With first edition stickers slapped on them.
Oh, you got something fancy today, huh?
Yeah.
But you got a little bit of Riesling or something?
No, so I'm going to go ahead and shamelessly plug my little bro who makes his own mead. And this is
Wow,
his
sick.
first ever
Wow,
batch
wild.
that he's ever made, and I am trying it
Wish.
for the first time, and it's zesty. I could tell the ABV is pretty high, but it's not bad.
I freaking love meat. Is that Dylan or who is that?
Yep, that would be Dylan.
Freaking awesome.
He made his own mead in his garage. So
I need to text him.
He's like a dwarf.
I really want to try.
Well, yeah, if he wants to toss some our way.
yeah, it's pretty solid. He got mad at me that I didn't try it sooner, but then he kept going on and on about how like the longer you let it rest, the better it'll taste. So it's been like a month now in my fridge. So
Cool.
not too shabby.
That's awesome.
Delish.
Yeah, I need to learn that. That's freaking sweet. I love meat
Yeah,
so much.
he's got another
Oh,
batch
I-
brewing right now, so I'll make sure you get plugged in on that one.
Please do.
I just finally saw your sweater too. That is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Little
Ooh, solid.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Christmas.
You know, little
That-
holiday.
You know, people talk about Die
Holiday
Hard being a
cheer.
Christmas film. Empire Strikes Back is a Christmas film. It's snowy right in the beginning. Like, how do people not
Anything
know
with
this song?
snow is a
Okay.
Christmas
I
film.
mean, there's red and green colors all throughout.
It's got everything.
It's true.
I see Darth Vader as kind of a Santa-like figure.
Okay, go on. I'd
In
like
that,
to hear you back this up.
So, like,
We can talk about it later.
I
got
got
think
nothing.
about
I
it.
got nothing. Okay.
Got nothing.
Iconic.
Fred's holiday cheer.
I
Go
got
on.
nothing.
You
I'll
know,
be on.
support
Both
your words.
voiced by James Earl Jones.
He just decided everyone.
How has he
was
not
naughty.
voiced Santa yet? Is all I'm saying.
That's
Welcome to Christmas.
P.S. Zombie, how are you, man?
Doing good.
Yes.
Got COVID, got over it, so I'm feeling strong. Just in time for the holidays. Semester's over. Got by the skin of my teeth.
Mm.
But yeah, it's been a good time. Just been chilling playing video games.
Nice.
That's the best
Nice.
As long as you get by, it doesn't matter.
time. That's right.
You know.
That's right. C's get degrees, incompletes get degrees, right?
That's right.
That's what I always want to hear from anybody in the
Alright,
professional industry.
Yeah, so I've just been catching up on my Pokemon. Been behind on Pokemon, so
Mm.
Nice.
gotta get that in.
Been playing any Wild Rift?
Oh, yeah, we did.
Well, we actually
Well,
played
that-
a few games, me and Poo2,
Yeah,
and
did.
we killed it, man. We played 2 really good games. So.
I got 16 kills, which has never happened in Wild Rift.
Wow.
Yeah, he was Warwick and I was Nami, and we were literally sitting right outside the enemy base and spawn killing them. Like, The two of us together were able to take on their entire team. It was insane.
It was one of the greatest days of my life.
This is a man with 3 children.
Just kidding. Don't let my wife see this.
4 children.
Anyway, let's get on the stream. So, guys, I've called you here for this holiday special because I've got a segment I call Reindeer Ranker Games. So you may pull up Jamboard, where you're using Google Jamboard if you want, and you may pull that up on the first slide, and then we'll go through some instructions of what we need to do next. Folks on this Twitch page, if you're watching this live, you need to participate too. So we're going to be ranking different things that we like and things we don't, and we need you to hit up the chat. Tell us what's up. Tell us if you disagree. There might be room for some debate among the crew here as we all defend our positions on how we rank. And if you're watching this after the fact, follow up with a comment on any of our social media or here on Twitch. So I just want to do that plug. I'm going to pull up where we're going to be playing. Doing that now. Alright.
They never let poor Rudolph.
I need to minimize this a little bit so that we don't cover up Alex. He's covered up.
Hey. I'm learning how to do side-by-side tabs right now. It's going well, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Alright, it's on the stream. It's on the stream now. Folks at home, you can see what we're seeing. The PU2 Reindeer Ranker games. Alright, guys, I got 5 games for you to play. And we're going to be ranking different things as we go, okay? So
I will win them all.
Alright, I'm going to flip to the first screen. And we're flipping over. You guys should be on slide 2. Did it flip when I did that, or do you have to flip to it yourself?
Mine didn't.
It didn't flip for me.
Alright, so go to page 2. And we will be ranking Marvel Phase 4.
Okay, real quick. How do you go to page 2?
It's at the top.
Very top. There is arrows.
I see it.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay.
That right there.
So you can see here on screen, it's a little tiny, but is there? Yeah, that's about the best way we can do it as far as.
What color am I? Do we know what color we are?
Not yet. We'll get to all that in a second. That's about as big as we can go. Okay, how does it look on stream? How does it look on stream to you guys? You can still.
Let's have a game here.
It looks okay.
Yeah, I think it's alright. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was self-conscious, but okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Marvel has 17 works in Phase 4, starting with Spider-Man, ending with the Holiday Special. So there are on here.
I think it started with WandaVision.
Did it? Anyway, semantics. There are 7 movies, 2 specials, 1 animated show, and 7 live-action shows listed here on our collage in front of us. Okay? So 17 in total. Now, if you're like me, you may not have seen something on this list, which is fine. So I'm going to give you the caveat that you do not, if you have not seen what's up here, that you leave it unranked. Okay? So there's 17 works here. If you missed the holiday special, for example, you would only be ranking 1 through 16, not 17. So make that adjustment based on what you've seen, and then go from there, okay? So 1 is the highest, is your personal highest, and 17 is your personal low. And I will also put a little caveat that Spider-Man in the top right corner on there is actually Spider-Man No Way Home. It doesn't say it specifically on there, but that's what we all know that to be the Spider-Man movie that was within this Phase 4 series. Okay, Risky Biscuit. I'm going to give you the first shot at being the shot caller. So I want you to call your color, and then I want you to tell us what color we have.
I would like to be pink.
All right, he is called Pink. All right, assign the rest of us to a color, please.
For sure. Alright, in order. So, Putu, are you ranking as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, Putu,
But there's
you
only
shall
4.
be yellow.
So I think Putu has to sit out.
There's 5
Do you-
spots total.
No, they're fine.
There are 5? Where are they? Where's the 5th?
Yellow, green, blue, pink, orange.
Oh, yeah,
It
okay.
looks like
Look, math
Sorry,
is really
my
hard.
side-by-side wasn't
especially during the
working. I
holidays.
cut some of it off.
Alright,
I'm still
Putu, you
figuring out
are
the
yellow.
side-by-side tabs.
I'm
My bad.
yellow. Thank you. All right. Putu
You
will
are
be
yellow. Zombie, you are going to be orange.
Alright.
Mr. Alex, you shall be blue,
All right.
which leaves climate change with green.
yeah,
Oh, that's appropriate.
very appropriate.
Yeah.
Green, like the planet. That's why they call it the green planet.
Sure.
That's it. All right.
That was exactly what I was going for.
So, guys, you have sticky notes there that you can move. Please be careful when we all have editing rights on this, so just try not to drag somebody else's sticky. Okay, so kind of keep in your area and label appropriately. But you have 1 through 17 there that you can start labeling.
Oh, this is great. Alright.
First thing I did was troll.
Yep. I like it.
I grabbed it back.
Alright, I'm done.
Can you guys see it floating around, or do you only see
Yeah,
it?
no, I totally saw somebody put
Yeah, I see it
Marvel as
floating
number
around.
1. Or 1.
I'm going to play a little music on my phone as the players and myself go ahead and
All right.
start ranking. So go ahead.
Oh, this is tough. Do we have a time limit?
I
Wait,
will,
so,
I will rush you if you take
Are we gonna talk about what we're doing?
No, do not discuss.
Oh,
Alright,
so
I'm
we
gonna
can
go
actually
with my
see
number
everyone
1.
rank everything.
Do
Oh
not
my goodness.
discuss, do not influence your decision. There will be
Do
room
not
for
discuss.
debate later. This is just go ahead and make your choice.
Okay.
Oh, we go first?
Guys, I'm panicking right now.
Dang. Where's my 2?
I am in straight panic
Oh,
mode right now.
I'm just rotating
Kinda
2
makes it
now.
work.
If you
Stop
get it wrong,
rotating.
everyone's gonna make fun of you.
I
I'm
can't do anything
wrong-
but rotate it.
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Stop.
this is embarrassing.
How do you stop rotating?
Make
Okay,
it stop.
Go to the center of the sticky note. Be a zombie.
How do I get to number 17 so that I
It's
can
not the
automatically
center, though,
rank
sometimes.
something dead last?
It's all just piled on there, so you kind of have to poke through it. I kind of
Oh my
overlaid them on top of
gosh.
each other.
You'll all
Guys,
forgive me
the
because
disrespect of Miss Marvel. I'm sorry.
Miss Marvel's terrible. Oh, let me not spoil.
It's one of those you gotta fight through, I'll admit that.
Okay. I'm finding it easier to go from, like, best to worst. You know?
I forgot what color it was for a second. That was scary.
Oh my gosh, Guardians of the Galaxy threw me off.
It's that holiday
It's the
special.
Christmas special, not one of the movies. Alright, I'm losing the ability to read what these are.
I feel the same. I was like, what haven't I not put a sticker on?
Yeah, okay, that's good. I may have to rearrange these once I've...
Yeah, I definitely am gonna have to rearrange. I'm feeling a lot of pressure right now, though.
17's the worst.
17,000.
They needed to know.
170,000.
I don't think
What
I
is
saw.
You said it. You said we're editing.
So did nobody really give any care about Hawkeye?
I don't know where to rank it yet. It's like so mediocre that like I'm gonna have to see what's left at the
I
end.
think that's great.
It's fine.
Oh shoot! I
dang.
forgot.
I keep, like,
Multiverse of
rearranging
Madness.
things.
Oh my goodness.
This
No, that was
music
way better
is-
than 12. What am I doing? Here, that can get 7. 12.
Wow, this is a chaos. This is chaos.
Yeah, this is getting really
This is
bad.
wild.
This is getting really confusing.
13. Oh, hang on.
Get my numbers in order. All right.
Oh no, I'm doing worse.
I don't
Okay.
think I want Miss Marvel as number 2 or Moon Knight as number 2. Hold on.
Where did I put 13? Oh, I haven't done 13 yet. So I need next worst. $12.
I'm stalling.
Wait, what are we ranking these on again?
What you think is the best versus the worst?
Okay.
One being the best.
Wow, I'm impressed. Who did I assign that saw all of them? Who was green? Climate change?
I
That's
saw
pretty
all of
impressive,
them.
dude. Like, I'm just impressed
slow.
that you were able to pull off all of them.
That was impressive.
That's solid. I'm, like,
You just
bummed
gotta
out.
be really judgmental.
What happened? I
mean,
ranked
that's all there
it.
is to it.
Man, I'm struggling.
I think I even went past 17 somehow.
Let me. I gotta mix something up here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna mix some stuff up. I don't like some of these.
Man, this is hard. The holiday music is kind of pissing me off.
It's sort of like
worse in a way.
a version of a panic attack, like the music.
I
version
think
of
that's
Panic
good for
Attack
me.
would
Let me
sound
just
like.
confirm. 1, 2, 3.
Where's my number 1? Okay.
Alright, my top 4 are definitely right.
How does the overlapping work here?
Wow.
Where did I put 3? Where the heck did I put 3? Guys, y'all see a pink 3? I feel like I'm playing Where's Waldo. Alright.
Yeah, it's on Moon Knight.
Oh, don't move the
Okay,
whole
Moon
frame,
Knight.
people. Don't move the whole collage. Please don't do
Yeah,
that.
Who just touched the frame?
Please don't do that.
I think we're done, mate.
I am not, unfortunately. This is my game.
Yeah, I don't
This
think
is
I'm.
sad.
I don't know if I'm done yet.
I think.
Oh, okay.
Like, what has the best score? Maybe that's what we should.
What has the best
Maybe we-
score? Like
Yeah,
music?
Does
just as
anything
a
have
th-
more than one on it right now?
Guys, as a thought, maybe we should just
Spider-Man
line
has
our things up to the left of each icon so that way we can kind of see our rankings. You just like, get what I'm saying? Like,
I can try
Good
that.
idea.
we could try. I mean, it's gonna stack on top of each other, but maybe if
Like upper
so that
left.
way
you
we're not
said?
covering up the show.
Let me try to unrotate some.
We'll try to give y'all some space.
Channel your inner OCD.
Yeah, just, I feel
Man, I
like
gotta be
these
careful.
icons
I
would have
accidentally
been better if they
rotated
were like
to
really
6,
tiny
and then I was
dots.
like, is this a 6 or a 9?
Like to the left, just as long as they're aligned to the left a little bit, just to make it easier to navigate.
Golly gosh. Oh
Dang
my
it,
gosh.
with the rotation.
This is sort of making it less organized, I think.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sorry. That was a terrible suggestion. Whoever agreed with me, shame on you. I'm drinking mead. You should know that my ideas are not gonna be great right now.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm so
Um,
sorry, guys. You should have never agreed to this. Why would y'all do that?
Looks like a kindergartner's work
I
project.
have to re-rank everything now. I don't remember what I
This
did.
is my 7. Yeah, that feels more right.
Okay, so one division.
Oh God.
I messed
I
up
think
so
I'm done.
bad. I'm so sorry.
I marked mine, but
Oh man.
they were shuffled around, so I have no idea.
Did anybody screenshot it?
Oh, no.
I messed up terribly.
Oh my gosh.
Oops.
Just make rectangles around the icons.
Right. The music volume's pretty high. I don't know if
I couldn't really hear you. What was that?
That's adding to the
we could
stressfulness.
adjust that. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Holiday music.
The music
that's a little
volume.
better. That's
It
a
was
little
very,
better.
very
Well,
loud.
it's nice that little fade there.
All of mine are on the board. It looks like all of Climate's
Some
on the
people need to
board.
work on their lefts and rights.
Well, I had to move all my stuff back because I realized I made a terrible mistake by suggesting that, and I don't know what I was.
All right,
Thinking.
who's still working on it?
I'm
I
done.
didn't. I forgot I had watched Loki, and obviously Loki's not number 14. I don't know what I did there, but
Yeah,
I'm trying to find.
definitely not that.
I'm trying to figure. But how do I move it up? I don't know how to move it up because I don't know what to swap it with. I guess at least
Just
Falcon.
You should probably just swap it with whatever you put for number 1.
Loki's pretty damn good. I put it as 2.
Oh no. Imagine
Actually,
setting this up
you
and
know
be
what?
like, yeah, I feel like
No,
I mean, no
could
spoilers.
reasonably do this.
I can't wait to talk about this.
All right, let's.
I think I'm comfortable with mine. Like,
Okay. Folks at home, this is very hard to read, and I'm looking at a bigger screen of it and still finding it very hard to read. So we'll kind of just talk through it. Notably, I think no one had love for Miss Marvel. It was ranked pretty low, with the exception of
someone ranked it
Risky
18.
Biscuit. Risky
Out of
Biscuit gave it
17.
some great cred. So we'll do it this way. We'll kind of do an average, and whoever is outside the average gets to debate their position. So
Okay.
go ahead, give us an argument for Miss Marvel, Risky Biscuit.
Oh, we're starting with this Miss Marvel first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I'll say this. Cool question. Did y'all actually finish all episodes of Miss Marvel, or did you quit halfway?
Yes.
We finished.
No, I watched every single episode.
Okay. So
I'm
I
sure if
felt like
watched it.
Miss Marvel. This is I'll do the negative. I feel like the criticism is that I didn't think she was as big of a fangirl as she should have been. Like she should have been more
Yeah.
of a supportive, like, oh my gosh, I love superheroes type of character. That's how I know of Miss Marvel. As like kind of like a fan favorite. But as far as the show goes, I thought it was a fresh take. I think it was kind of cool to see like a very deep dive in the cultural aspect of a show. I know they've been kind of doing this whole thing with like the diversity and stuff, so I thought that was kind of cool to see Miss Marvel's character really get like they really emphasize like the cultural aspect, which I thought was kind of neat.
Okay.
Plus, it sets up Miss Marvel, or it sets up the Marvels movie, which Captain Marvel was way underutilized and underappreciated in Endgame. So I thought it was kind of cool that we got to see a nice tie-in and actually get to see a character that's going to play a pretty big role in. Hopefully, they do a redemption movie with the next Marvel film.
Yeah.
So that's why I rated it in the 10. Still wasn't my favorite, but I rated it higher than some of these other shows.
Gotcha. Okay, so that one got pretty low, but we have.
Well, and just on the naysayer side, anyone who's watched it probably can react to it in that way. But there was very little superheroing. There was the actress herself, the character, I really liked. I think the cultural aspects, there was nothing wrong with including that, but every single episode was rehashing the same issues. Partition bad. I'm like, I get it. Like, you said this in the last episode, and in the first episode, and in all the middle episodes. I was like, this is a superhero show. Like, I could go watch a documentary on Pakistan if I wanted to, but I'm watching a superhero show.
But see,
And that's kind of what I'm
that's the
interested
thing,
in
though. That's
seeing.
what makes it. That's what trust me. I agree. They may have oversaturated it a little bit. I will agree with that. I feel like they kind of emphasized too much cultural. Not, I shouldn't say too much cultural. I do feel like it was instrumental in understanding that's how important it was to that character.
Right.
Like
Yes.
that's how so they really try to hammer down like, hey, her family and her upbringing and the history and how people are regarded. Like I feel like understanding her as a person was instrumental in understanding the character.
Right.
So for me, if you couldn't accept you have to accept and let that hammer down like, hey, her family is everything, her culture is everything, her religion is everything. You have to hammer that down on its conflict with the character itself.
Well,
Yeah. And I think there's nothing wrong with including that in the show. It's just if that was a show if you presented me a show with that as its topic, I wouldn't have watched it. I watched it because it was a superhero show,
yeah.
and I didn't get that out of it.
Gotcha.
I will back up PS Zombie's point and just say I have read the Miss Marvel comics, and I'm a big fan, actually.
I have not, so
I
that
like
might
the
color
character of Miss Marvel a lot.
things.
But I agree with your position on it wholeheartedly, because it was not it wasn't something that was watchable on the scale of entertainment, right? So there's a time and a place to deliver. I like Miss Marvel. I did not like the Miss Marvel show. Does that make sense? I don't think they did.
Well, I think
the show
that
did her justice.
Well, I also think too they were trying to reach a target market, not to get away from the cultural thing. If you see how they videotaped it or they filmed it, it almost took a page out of the Spider-Verse movie,
Yeah.
animated Spider-Verse, where they try to reach a target market that was hey, younger generation. So you had to kind of watch it, knowing with the acceptance of because I had to change my perspective of it. For me to be able to power through it, to be honest with you, I liked it. I really thought it was good, but it totally covers the audience that it's trying to reach out to is a much younger audience because she is a younger superhero. She's a kid, so it's not going to entertain us as much as it might. It doesn't have as many adult elements in it. Now, I will say too, the villains on it were very sad. I wish we had a real villain for Captain Marvel. Or Miss Marvel. I mean, I'm sorry. So.
Maybe we'll get that in the Marvels. Cool. Well, thank you for sharing your positions on that. Another one I'm seeing that kind of jumps out to me as far as ranking pretty low is What If. I'm seeing that the highest rank on that was actually you. I mean, we were all pretty close in our rankings for What If, from 15 to 11. So either kind of bottom tier or of the bottom tier. I think we were all in agreement it was towards the lower end of the project. And for me, it was just the best story, in my opinion, the best storyline was the one that they canceled, the Robert Downing Jr. and Gamora team up. That was a random surprise towards the end of the series, and it was a episode that they deleted, that they originally had filmed, but they deleted from when they released the show. And I was why? So I was just not a fan of that. I thought the stories could have been a little bit better, so that's where I was on What If. Is there any other people that want to back up their position on What If?
I'll say I ranked What If higher than I ranked What If the way that it did because I felt like it is very prevalent since we're moving into the age of magic and multiverses. You're seeing the running theme, especially with Doctor Strange and then with Spider-Man, and so you're seeing a running theme here. Where what's parallel and what's not. Even with Thor: Love and Thunder, there was multiple Thors in that movie. So I do feel What If was relevant and it wasn't even about raising the question of what if. It was hey, they've proved that these are actual scenarios in different universes. So I thought it was kind of cool to kind of see a different take. I thought it was refreshing to see a different take on a character that I'm used to seeing act a certain way, do a certain thing. And to see them completely be different was kind of cool.
Gotcha. Very cool. Well, moving from What If, we kind of draw a line. My eye draws a line up to the Eternals, which was 12, 14, and 13. But actually, we were split opinion on that one pretty hard because Alex and Risky Biscuit, you ranked Eternals pretty higher in comparison to me, Climate, and PS Zombie. So, Alex, I think you ranked it one of the highest of all of us. So, what are your thoughts on Eternals, and why did you rank it so high?
So it's been a little while since I've watched, I think, the Eternals. I really enjoyed the pacing of it. I like the story. It was Heroes. I'm not super familiar with the Marvel Universe, and so for me, it was one that I wasn't as familiar with. And so I really liked kind of being able to see some stories that I didn't know already. And I thought this turns was like action sequences. It really kept my interest. I can't really tie it back in well to the Marvel lore because I said I'm not a super major Marvel fan, but I really enjoyed it.
Okay. And then you ranked it pretty high as well, there, Risky Biscuit.
So, despite my personal thing of you guys going to see this movie without me, that I will never forget, ever,
Wow.
I will hold this personal grudge since, I'm having a birthday and I'm just not going to invite, the person that's seen Marvel movies with you guys, but whatever.
Were you
that's
busy
fine.
that day?
My feelings weren't hurt or anything about it. I'm just gonna move my thing out of the way for no reason. I liked Eternals because I agree with what Alex said as far as the pacing goes. Like, it wasn't your typical like action movie. It actually had a very thought out story, and I don't think people realize how big of an impact the Eternals are gonna have on the MCU moving forward. Like, that is gonna be huge as far as like Easter eggs, like with Blade at the end, and then with like just the overall like story arc with the fact that you had these beings these Celestials. I don't think people realize how like impactful that's going to be, and it's gonna show itself moving forward. I thought the cast was kind of off on Eternals. I feel like they really miscasted on several characters. Like, they tried too hard to do like. Sounds weird to say that. I feel like they tried to diversify the cast, which you still could have done, but you could have picked better actors for like individual roles. Like, I just wasn't a big fan of like the Sprite character, for example. I thought she was kind of like annoying, to be honest with you. But the story itself of Eternals and how impactful Eternals was, I feel like it's one of those sleeper movies that is going to have like a lasting impact on the Marvel universe, and so that's why I rated it as high as I did.
I'm seeing a theme of your ranking, Risky, as the greater good ranking.
That's a good way to put it.
How will this fit into the greater good?
That's good.
Very Unitarian approach, or whatever that framework is. Okay, moving down to.
If we can just one more point about the Eternals. If I just mentioned Pip the Troll.
Okay, you get that does make me reconsider my position.
I'm afraid I have a bias against Patton Oswalt, so that's a big negative for me. Like, his voice is so
sorry,
like.
Oswald, I know you support the stream. I'm sorry.
He doesn't play a character. He's Patton Oswalt in every movie he's in, and so I'm like, oh boy, another movie. Did anyone see Sandman? Did anyone see Sandman?
Yeah,
he ruined that show.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that was Eternal's biggest flaw. It was their cast. Like, you have one of the most awesome BA characters in like Thena, and you casted Angelina Jolie. Like, could you not find anybody else to play the awesome warrior?
It's funny. I don't know the character, but I felt like she was one of the
is
stronger parts of the
that's
movie.
Angelina Jolie the whole
That's
time.
exactly
You're not thinking of this as a character.
I agree.
know?
I will say, Gilgamesh, my favorite character. I love that actor. I've seen him in Korean productions. He's awesome, and he was very cool.
Yeah, but then you also throw in like Harry Styles at the end. Like,
that
I'm like, come on now. Like, I get it. There's a lot of British actors in this film, but is there nobody else British that like could have filled the void of like did it have to be Harry Styles? Like, anybody else? So
person, and they were all busy.
So like,
just real quick to rattle off counterpoints on Eternals. It was very kind of hollow and soulless in my opinion. Like, it just kind of moved from event to event, and it didn't. The characters didn't really differentiate each other or matter that much. The action, although ostensibly interesting, all of the villains were heavily abstract, heavily CGI monsters, and to me, like, there's no reality to that, and so like my brain pretty much shuts off whenever they're on screen because I'm like, I just know that's not real, and so like it didn't resonate with me at all. So like, it didn't have stakes, it didn't have characters. It was just kind of a big empty movie.
It was meatless. It didn't have meat. It was meatless.
Yeah, I didn't rank it lowest.
It had a lot of
but
eye candy
only
in
because
it.
other things were actively bad, and this one was just mediocre.
It had man meat. It had eye candy.
I did like the scale and scope of it. That was interesting to me from that perspective. But I put all 17 of my tiles out, so I had to put 12 on something.
Did I hear that?
12 on something.
The decision-making process.
Yeah, I also did 12. And I kind of was the same thing. I defaulted 12 because it's like, it wasn't as bad as the horrible things, but it wasn't as good as anything else. So.
Yeah.
So let's move down to the very bottom middle and talk about She-Hulk right now, which has an unprecedented ranking of 170,000.
Wow.
As far as low.
I think that makes it the winner. That's our #1 show.
No,
higher numbers are bad. It's the worst show on. That's right.
170,000 for the purposes of this ranking would make it go beyond below the scale.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the worst show on here by far.
But I see.
Agreed.
I see. Climate Changer actually gave it a higher ranking than the collective all of us, and he's moved his now out of the way.
Oh my goodness, he's swapping.
Oh,
He swapped out the turtles.
He swapped it with a turtle.
He's taking us out.
We
We witnessed this crime.
I've revised my opinions.
Okay.
They've been
So
changed.
I have to ask, because I haven't seen it. Why was, other than She-Hulk breaking the fourth wall all the time, why was She-Hulk so bad?
That was good about it. That was one of the few good things about it.
I would say for me, the
I don't know why. I didn't think it was that bad.
The redeeming quality
just
was
thought
you got to see Daredevil. That was the redeeming quality for me. That's
Daredevil was the best part of the show by a
But you got to
million
see
miles.
that in Spider-Man too, though.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's why I rated
interesting part
Spider-Man
about it
#1.
was, like, trying to bring heroes down to earth in a way. Like okay, all of these heroes we have, they all go off and actually become heroes and fight people all the time. They're showing the side like somebody that might not actually be interested in that is just an interesting take on things, I guess.
And
in my opinion.
That's good. I would
But that's
agree that,
also what makes it bad. So
there we go. That's exactly. I agree with you, Clement. I tag off that and say when you do too much of the mundane things, you see the whole dating life of She-Hulk for an episode. That actually happened. So like that for me is like we don't need a whole relationship episode. We don't need that. I don't care to.
Yeah.
I don't care to know that. That's too mundane for me. So yes, let's make superheroes real, but let's not make a show where they go to the bathroom and file their taxes. Let's do boring stuff.
Captain America goes to the bank.
If you watch just the Daredevil episodes, this would be much, much higher on my ranking.
Yeah, I agree.
But even Daredevil would be terrible if it were here's an entire episode of him going to the DMV. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, it was just, I think it was very much pointless. A lot of it was just following this lady's life and not even that interesting a life. So no need. Also, Megan Thee Stallion guest starring as herself. Not really interested in that.
Well, I agree. Anyway, moving on. We could be hashing out Marvel all day.
Yeah, I didn't like the villain that was oh, I'm a TikTok star or whatever. And
Titania.
Yeah, so I didn't like that. Anyway.
They could have done better on the villains. I think poor villains is definitely a theme of the lower tiered things for us. If you don't have a good villain, you're going to be kind of a bad product.
So, to kind of keep things moving, I will just point out I will make an observation and we'll move on. And if people want to come back to this, we can. Werewolf by Night is such a random scattershot of our different rankings, and I think it's because Marvel tried to do something different, and that was all of our different opinions on what that different is. And then you can clearly see that the winner takeaway from this is Spider-Man. Got the highest rankings averaged among all of us. Moon Knight was on up there, and so was what was number 2 for most people?
Well, interesting. We've got a very low ranking from Climate on Moon Knight.
Yeah,
I'm kind of
please
curious
explain
about that.
Yeah, please
Like
explain that.
everyone else is top 3, and Climate is throwing it all the way down to 8.
Do you not like
I
Egyptian
just forgot
mythology?
For example, he put the holiday special higher than Moon Knight.
The holiday
That's a little
special
crazy to me.
was awful. It was god awful.
I haven't
It
seen
was
the
pretty
holiday
bad.
Special. I thought that was
And don't waste your
something that
time
was
watching
coming
it.
out.
It was terrible.
There
Watch
is
it.
some
Watch
lore
it.
in there, some
Right.
good content,
Right.
but that's about it.
Oh,
But okay, how about this?
The music was good. I like
You
the
put Moon
music.
Knight lower than Captain America? That's absurd to me.
Don't cave.
I don't know. I'm having a
Climate,
hard time
don't
defending
cave.
myself.
Climate, don't cave. Stand your ground. He
Let's
will
see,
bully
what
you
do I
as
not
you
like about it?
groupthink. Don't let him. Let's
I
see.
had just watched Eternals, right? And it for me it was like the power scaling of heroes. It seems like they're falling into the Dragon Ball Z type stuff where people just keep getting more and more and more and more and more powerful and bigger and stronger, and eventually you're gonna just have heroes that are like the size of galaxies, and they're just I don't know. There's just
Like Dragon Ball Z, like you just keep jacking up the power level.
It's a new
like
level.
power scale. It becomes meaningless almost if you just continue to like make heroes that are more and more and more.
Powerful.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's probably not a good enough reason to rank it at 7.
But I felt like Moon Knight was fairly low powered for Marvel.
I'm talking about the like Egyptian gods that
Oh,
made their own universe because they were tired of ours, and there's one that could just like destroy half of they could kill everybody on the whole planet if they wanted to,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I
that's
did.
the only way
yeah.
I can defend it.
That's
It was cool though. It was cool. I have to admit.
There is no.
I feel like Ethan Hawke's such a good actor, playing a really good role that he really killed it in. Oscar Isaac, again, amazing actor, playing multiple roles really well. I like the Egyptian themes and like kind of the whole concept of it's very D&D where like these heroes had kind of god sponsors that gave them powers. Like it's just a really cool concept. And I feel like
Khonshu was really cool. I like
it definitely
Khonshu.
had a higher budget than a lot of the others. It really felt like a real event, as opposed to like Captain America was a really low budget one, and it showed, like so. And
I didn't even.
that's
watch
another reason. I know we're not talking about
America.
Loki yet, but that's another reason I really liked Loki was the budget really showed. Like it felt every episode was like a movie. Like it was really high quality one there.
So, Loki was. WandaVision, Multiverse both got very high rankings. I kind of had the lowest ranking of those. I think it's a matter of preference when I look at it because I really like Black Widow as one of my favorite ones in this whole phase. Just because I like the story and just they really brought a lot of addition to the character for me. But I was kind of different camps from you guys because I went Black Widow and Thor, and you guys went Multiverse and Wanda. So it was kind of like a switch. But at this point, we're kind of getting more into like the middle of the pack. I think probably the lowest one we can talk about that's left is Captain America Winter Soldier, which got pretty low rankings when you average all those together. I know for me it was because it felt so incomplete because I know it was one of the first ones to come out during the pandemic. It just felt like pieces were missing from it. So I think kind of that was what my score was so low for. And then go ahead.
You mind if I chime in?
Sure.
I just felt like I am a huge Captain America fan. That is honestly, I don't know. I think that is my favorite Marvel superhero is Captain America. I personally have invested money in Captain.
Oh yeah.
I even built an arcade system, Captain
Oh,
America
yeah.
themed.
Nice.
So I am not joking when I say I'm a huge Captain fan. And Falcon should not be Captain America. So I'm just going to leave that at that. So I gave it a low rating because I felt like Bucky was the better choice.
Yeah. I agree that narratively, like if you're a story writer, Bucky just makes a lot more sense.
He makes more sense, even for the sake of, like, so taking my personal views out of it, Bucky makes more sense as the new Captain America than Falcon does. So, like, I don't get Falcon's why. Even watching the show, they try to explain it. I don't get Captain America giving the shield to Falcon because it just truly makes zero sense in Falcon, like, holding that, like, burden. It made more sense for Agent Carter to hold that shield than it does for freaking Falcon to hold that shield. So it just feels like a miscast. It feels like a forced issue. I can't help but feel like politics played into that. But that's why I can't. Bucky has got to be, dude. He's the Winter Soldier, man. He went through the same procedures that Captain went through. It was his best friend. I just feel like that was the right guy. And then they did a great job of showing the redemption of Bucky. But Falcon, just the whole, I don't know why they chose me. I just can't get over that, man.
I feel like maybe in Thunderbolts, when we see Winter Soldier again, maybe they'll address some of the dissatisfaction. Like, I don't think people are like disgruntled, and I'm not disgruntled, but I'm just like, I feel like Bucky didn't get a complete arc thanks to that. And I'm like, okay, he wasn't in Wakanda forever. And he didn't become Captain America. Captain America, the TV show Falcon and the Winter Soldier ended with him not really having a role. And so I'm like, okay, what's his story? Like, why did we watch Winter Soldier? Why did we watch Civil War if Bucky's going nowhere?
I agree. I thought Bucky was the stronger choice, was the better choice, and that was his original best friend. So I don't get why. Because Falcon was like down for the team, like because Falcon was ride or die and was like, I'll support you no matter what. I'm on your side even in Civil War. Like, I just don't.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's why they gave it to. Not that's why, but like Falcon just did not seem like the right choice.
Yeah, and it's also funny because like you got to separate the actor from the role there. Anthony Mackie is really entertaining and a fun actor. I've liked him in like pretty much every role I've seen him in, barring Altered Carbon. But that was just a terrible season. Like it wasn't really his fault, I don't think. But the character of Falcon is pretty boring. He doesn't do a whole lot.
Dude, I'm just not buying him as Captain America, man. He just does not reek of Captain America to me.
We'll have to see in the next movie that they're queuing up with New World.
Mm.
We'll see on that one. Guys, we've got 4 more Ranker games, so I don't want to cut the conversation short.
All right.
So is there any
Well, this was bound to be like the most discussed. You know,
Controversial.
Marvel's pretty.
Pretty. Now, is there any?
I would say overall we had kind of a general consensus. Like you averaged out all the scores. Like they're not too far off.
Yeah.
Well, look, real quick though. All right, so I would like to hear, because I have not seen Black Panther. Without too many spoilers, why is Black Panther ranked as low as it is?
Okay. Spoiler alert for me is not spoiler alert for the film. Spoiler alert for Craig's experience in the movie theater. PU2's experience.
We did have a bad
A
movie
2
theater.
o'clock movie does not start at 2:45, people. Come on.
I got you.
So that I felt like it was long, but I can't decide if that's because of my movie experience or if it was really just long and drawn out, or an average of both. So
Yeah, just to rattle off a few things that I objected to with it. Namor was really cool.
yeah.
Almost worth watching just for him. The whole movie felt really edited to death and low budget. Like it felt like pieces of film like taped together. It they really dragged Shuri's character like through the mud. Like really had to change her characterization to artificially produce drama in the movie. Without Chadwick Boseman or Michael B. Jordan, or you really didn't have strong actors and strong characters to like latch onto. When you think about it, Shuri, the Queen, Namor, these are all like no-name actors who it's like they're they weren't enough to like carry the movie to me. Like they didn't have the it factor that you need to watch. And again, it just like it had very little action, very little superheroing. Ironheart's character was terrible. The actress was terrible. She was built very poorly. She's just very tacked on to the movie. She shouldn't have even been in it. They should have given her own like venue to shine because she was just tacked on in this movie. But I think mostly like having to change Shuri's character to generate drama and just the overall slap togetherness of it. I felt more like a cash grab. They should have invested a lot more attention into the movie.
The pluses definitely Namor, like what was mentioned, and I feel like they did a good job honoring Chadwick.
Yeah, definitely that.
They did a great job with that, so it's worth the watch for sure.
Yeah, it's worth a watch, but I don't expect it to be the first Black Panther, which was way better. All right, we're going on to 2.
We're going on to 2. Does everybody have any other final thoughts? We have significantly argued the Marvel universe. So, if you will go to... Hang on. Oh, my mouse has stopped.
Oh,
if you go to
Disney Wars.
Through, you will see the other side of Disney, which is Star Wars! Da-da-da! All right. 1 second. Let me read off my facts from a fact sheet here real quick, folks.
So Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 2 are split up.
Correct. All right.
Notice.
Star Wars was... Lucasfilms and Star Wars was acquired by Disney in 2012. Since then, there has been a trilogy, 2 movie stories, Solo, and...
Solo, I forgot about that.
5 animated series and 4 live-action shows. Let's try to keep sticky notes to the corners. Everybody's going with their same colors. That's fine. I purposely excluded Clone Wars, the TV show, from this. One, because there's a lot of seasons, and also because it was considered to be the last project George Lucas worked on. So it really isn't even though the last season of it was in 2012, it wasn't a 2012 acquisition, really. So these are all...
Is 15 the lowest number here?
Yes, there are 15 Disney Star Wars projects.
Just confirming.
Yeah. It's good to know where the floor is on this. Once again, if you've not seen something, do not rank it. And we'll go from there. I'm going to play some holiday music again.
I love it.
This is hard.
Well, yeah, because you got Mandalorian and Mandalorian Season 2 as 2 separate things, which is throwing me off.
Well, they're very, very different in my opinion.
I mean, they are. Okay.
Dang it with the rotation.
Don't forget you got Rebels on there too there, PS Zombie.
Yeah, I don't know. Is all of Rebels Disney Wars?
Yeah, that would have been after the acquisition of 2012, so it's considered to be Disney product.
I'm really looking at
This is a hard one.
I wish I could remember all of these. I mean, I've seen them.
Tristan's still rotating his numbers. He made a 9, a 6.
Dude, I don't know why I'm the only one having problems with this.
Whoa, Alex with the Obi-Wan ranking. Whew.
Oh, I got feelings.
I can tell.
Rise of Skywalker. What happened in that one?
A lot of bad.
Exactly.
I have to ask.
Don't,
Uh-oh,
no,
so
don't kill the whole thing.
I don't. Okay.
Dang, Solo's throwing me off. I'm like,
Well,
I know.
yeah, I'm having a hard time with Solo. I don't know where to place that.
I guess I need to. Okay, one of these I haven't seen, so I'm gonna have to. I'll take off the bottom number.
I just had to put 2 numbers on Solo. But I think accurately express how I feel about that movie.
Oh wait, why did I grab the blue one? Sorry.
Everybody.
Oh yeah, I like that
I
one.
love to see the ones you guys are really crapping on. Like you just don't. It's great.
I think this is accurate to me. Let me just go through everything and make sure. I'm actually gonna do. Where did I put my 5? Okay. 6, sure. 7. This is tough because there's so many I want to give really bad scores to, but you know. you
I
have to
agree.
be
I feel like I
choosy.
should rank them in reverse order.
This is like definitely weaker than the Marvel showing overall, I would say.
I don't remember Star Wars Rebels. I don't think I saw that.
You did. We watched
Well,
a little
I've
bit at your house.
So what sucks is that I've seen episodes of Bad Batch, I've seen episodes of Rebels, and I've seen episodes of Jedi, but I've not finished it, so I can't really like make a opinion because I had never finished it.
It's crazy because I only like Bad Batch like okay, and I keep like having the like reflex to give it a lower score, and then I see what I rank lower than it, and I'm like, I can't put it any lower than it is because there's so many other things worse than it.
Am I the only one that saw all 15?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Ooh, maybe.
Hey yo.
Oh, I forgot about Solo.
Official nerd.
Tell you what, I'll put 14 and 15 on the Last Jedi just to.
Just to really.
I mean, the Rise of
The
Skywalker.
thing is, like, if I don't really remember,
I think I'm the highest. No, I'm the second
Maybe
highest
it's
ranked
bad.
Last Jedi.
Where's the? Oh gosh.
Oh no!
Is there
Dang,
an
dude.
undo button?
Oh!
Yeah, there's a
Who
or a
did
back
it?
button.
Somebody did it.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Oof. It still messed with the rankings a little bit. Yeah, it messed up everything. Hang on. Nobody touch it. Nobody touch it. Oh, somebody okay. I guess that'll work. Sure. That's fine.
All right, are we all set?
I think we're set.
Very good.
All right. Let me cut off the holiday music so we can get into this. All right. A lot of people just did not like Rise of Skywalker. And I think let's just kind of summarize people's main hang up with not liking Rise of Skywalker real quick. Is it the Emperor thing?
Terrible.
Yeah, okay, just terrible.
Yes. terrible.
Sure,
Okay.
we'll go with that.
Many things. The Force healing, terrible. The Rey being Palpatine, terrible. The Rey taking the Skywalker name at the end, terrible. The Kylo Ren dying for no reason, terrible. The Empire having a huge army out of nowhere, terrible.
Yep.
The everyone in the galaxy coming to fight them, terrible. The final fight with the double lightsaber against the Emperor, terrible. The whole riding like the chocobos on the surface of the Star Destroyer, terrible.
The fantasy chocobos. It's Star Wars.
Like, there's so much not to like about that movie, and so very, very, very little to like.
The whole like race against the clock mechanism for that movie was destroying the beacon because apparently the Star Destroyers didn't know they should just fly up to get to space. Like, did that not bother anybody else? They're like, we have to destroy this homing beacon, or they'll get off the planet. I'm like, I'm pretty sure if they're piloting a starship, they know to go up.
Yeah.
Right? Do we have any ability to sense gravity? Oh, we're all standing on the ship, so yeah, we have some sort of gravitational dampener, so we know where gravity's coming from, and we can just go the opposite direction. I would say the one good thing was
wasn't
like
the planet like surrounded with some kind of plasma storm or something? They had to
there was something.
navigate through.
I think the one thing I would say the one thing I liked about this movie was Kylo getting a little bit of redemption, using Anakin's lightsaber to fight the Knights of Ren. I thought that was neat, and he needlessly died after it. But I mean, Kylo was always my favorite part of the entire trilogy. Like, he was the only character that I think had enough like characterization to matter in that series. And yeah, they kind of did him dirty, but what are you gonna do? Anyways, Risky Biscuit, any defense of that? I see you have the highest
you do have the highest
score.
Alright, so where do I begin? I always like to start with the negatives. I didn't necessarily like the character arc story, because I thought The Force Awakens was good. I not so much on the sequels, because I didn't like the build up between, like, you're trying to create this romantic relationship between Finn and Rey in The Force Awakens, and then you just let it go completely in the next one. Like, you just completely just kill it over. I enjoyed the inner conflict with Kylo between good and evil, because he's supposed to be the big bad, and he yet could possibly be good. So I liked the whole I think I really loved the theme of choosing between using the Force for good and for bad. I hated Finn picking up the lightsaber and just being able to fucking wield it. Sorry for didn't mean to cuss. I hate the idea of him being able to wield it. Like, when he fights Kylo, like, dude, you are not a master of, you're not a Jedi. He should not have been able to pick that up and be able to fight Kylo the way that he did.
Yeah.
So that was my biggest criticism. But as far as the story build up, man, I like the introduction of all these different characters that you weren't really familiar with, like in Poe and even BB-8, man. I like the idea of introducing a new droid that you can actually attach yourself to besides R2-D2 and C-3PO. So I thought that was kind of cool to add, introduce a new droid that people could actually think was cute and fun to watch. It was, dude, the writing was on the wall for Han Solo. You knew that, as an actor, dude, do you really want to keep continuously seeing old Han Solo, stealing stuff and escaping with Chewbacca? No, it's tired. It's just played out. So, I mean, I appreciate it for what it was, but it's over. So I'm cool with that whole build up of I like the idea of building up Kylo Ren. I like the idea of him building up as the big bad, and the Sith having I like the idea of the Sith having a secret moon pretty much that they were using to build all these Star Destroyers. So I thought that was kind of a cool plot twist, if you will. I know most people didn't like it because they're like, how is this possible? But it's just like, dude, it's Star Wars, man. Like, anything's possible in Star Wars. Like, they can literally make mountains out of molehills. Like, they can do whatever they want in Star Wars. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I was cool with her taking the Skywalker name. Because she's not going to take the Palpatine name with pride.
Hear me out. Her mentor, last name Solo. Her boyfriend, last name Solo. In Solo, they established that Solo was an adopted name that you take when you don't have a last name to yourself. And at the end of Rise of Skywalker, she picks the name Skywalker. A guy who hated her and a woman she barely like. You know.
Well, it's because
Leia
like,
didn't
Skywalker, because like it wasn't. It was like
No.
I think it's the legacy. It wasn't necessarily. She was
But
picking
Solo's
the
a
name
legacy,
because of,
and it's a name that you just take when you don't already have a last name.
yeah, but it wasn't because of the relationship that she took the name. She took it because of the significance for hope, like what it meant for like the future. Like that, she took it for the significance of like, hey, by taking the name Skywalker, that means like.
Why doesn't
that's
she
all-
already have a name though?
I don't know. That I can agree with. I don't know why. I think they did a terrible job of giving her an origin story. I think they should have her own.
I just
like,
Well, it's because they
connect
didn't
with
plan
her.
it from the
I couldn't
beginning.
figure
They made
that
the first
character out.
movie.
Why
they
she
let-
care about her? I don't know.
Ryan Johnson make up whatever he wanted for the second movie, and then they speedily tried to fix what he did for the third movie, and it didn't work out at
I
all.
agree that like in 3 films, you could clearly tell like the story arc was different. Like you didn't know what to do with Finn, you didn't know what to do with Rey, like you didn't know
Or
what
Poe,
to do
or-
with even what's her name? I'm sorry, Leia. You didn't even know really what to do with Leia.
What about Rose?
So like I get, and then I of course like
exactly. What about
you
Rose?
you should have explained how Palpatine came back. Like, because we all
I agree.
clearly saw Palpatine get freaking roasted and thrown off the edge of whatever. So, like, I just feel like you didn't explain how Palpatine came back. And I feel like they should have done that initially. And then moving forward with, like, how she is related and connected to the Force. But I thought it was kind of a cool take. And it,
Yeah, I
it
think they
opened-
should just sort of plan the trilogy before they
Yeah.
filmed each movie. You know?
I mean, that was my biggest gripe was it just sort of seemed like they had, like, with the whole Disney Star Wars universe, was that it was like every group kind of came in and they're like, all right, we've never seen Star Wars before, but we thought of this really cool story with these names that you gave us. And it just like it doesn't matter if we break the original trilogy in about 1,000 different ways. You just sort of kind of go for the ride. That just drove me
Yeah, but the
crazy, those
trilogy was
movies.
so old. I mean, you needed a refreshing take. Like, I mean, how many times are you gonna beat the Skywalker drum? Like, Luke,
No, I-
you know,
well, and that's
old
why I
grumpy
rated
Luke in every
Andor
episode
number 1.
he's
I
grumpy
rated
and-
Rogue One number 4. I rated Mandalorian number 2. These weren't Skywalker stories. All of my top favorites don't have Jedi in them. Like, because that is the fresh take, is like deviating from the original story where it's like, oh, Jedi are these magic chosen ones who always save the universe, and it's like, well, what about everybody else in Star Wars? And like, and that's what we've gotten to see in the better products is we've gotten to see like, oh, look at these cool ships and these cool techs and these cool characters who are interacting with these governments in the Star Wars universe and each other, and how does the common man live in this world? And it's like, wow, that's really interesting.
Yes, I would completely agree. So, and I'm hearing we kind of just hashed out the whole trilogy as we were debating on the
Yes.
Rise of Skywalker, and I think we're all in agreement. I mean, if you look at our numbers, everybody was hating on the trilogy, and it was primarily the highest ranked was Force Awakens, and you kind of went down from there.
Yeah.
On average, that's kind of what we all did. So, and I think we were all in agreement. It started off promising, it just tanked from there. So. But I will say that the a good animated show from Disney Star Wars films can redeem a bad trilogy. For example, if you had a lot of thoughts and feelings towards the prequels, specifically Clone War, the Attack of the Clones, go back and watch the Clone Wars TV show. It really redeems the prequels.
I refuse.
They go back and they filled in a lot. They really, really fleshed out a lot of details, and it makes you appreciate, like watching the Clone Wars TV show, all those many seasons. it made me appreciate the prequels a lot more. And I think that's what these good animated shows did. I mean, that's what Star Wars Rebels does a good job of. That's what Rogue One did a good job of like setting up and supporting the original trilogy, the prequels, or the sequels. So that's kind of my soapbox on the animated shows. Now,
Okay.
none of y'all saw.
Can I?
Go ahead.
They should have let Jar Jar Binks be the Darth Lord he was
I
supposed
just
to
want to say. I just want to say one thing. I saw me and PU2 were the only ones who watched Tales of the Jedi.
And Rebels.
Yeah, but more Tales of the Jedi because it's more digestible. There's less fewer episodes.
Right.
Some of the episodes are about Dooku and young Qui-Gon Jinn, and are really cool. If you want to get into why he joined the Separatists, it really redeems Dooku as a character and makes him seem really cool and relatable. So I would at least watch those episodes. Some of the episodes are about Ahsoka. You'd be safe to skip those if you're not really interested in Clone Wars and Ahsoka and those plot lines. But the Dooku episodes are really, really cool.
Yep.
And I personally would like to hear. I see a couple people rated Obi-Wan really high. I saw that Climate Change rated Boba Fett really high. I would love to hear about those
I'd like
people
to hear
because
Boba Fett. For sure.
I hated Obi-Wan Kenobi and I hated Boba Fett.
I hated Boba
they were
Fett.
very, very bad
The
shows.
best episode of Boba Fett was The Mandalorian.
With the Mandalorian episode, yeah.
Yeah, that was the best episode. So when your show is Boba Fett, and your best episode has nothing to do with you, like that just lets you know, like my feeling.
Yeah, same. It's called the She-Hulk paradox.
Take a time out, run to the bathroom.
Well,
BRB.
Alex said he had
Yeah.
thoughts on Obi-Wan, so before he does that, I'm just gonna knock out.
I want to hear Climate because he rated both of those pretty high, and I want to hear what he has to say.
Well, I liked them, so I
I
rated them
think
high.
right, is
Well, there you go.
the same thing about Obi-Wan is the whole universe for Disney is that there were so many moments where it was like, we know that the lore up to this point says this, but we're just going to kind of go our own way. Or when who wasn't saved Obi-Wan? I mean, I don't want to give away any spoilers if people haven't seen it, but there was a moment. Yeah,
Reva is
with the
such a pointless character and an absolute
Thank you.
waste of my time. Like,
Thank you.
she's
I just
obnoxious.
liked it
She's
better
a
than the
poor
trilogy.
actress. No
I mean-
offense. They have her like one shot the Grand Inquisitor for no reason. Which, if you guys haven't watched Rebels, it's not as important to you, but it's a big deal. Like, he's not supposed to be like the shit character. They had her like. It was her show that Obi-Wan was in sometimes, and it was just. I wouldn't have watched that show. I watched an Obi-Wan show to see Obi-Wan. I definitely Hayden Christensen
Agree.
coming back was cool. I really liked seeing him play Anakin. I really liked seeing him play Darth Vader. That was exciting to me as, like, someone who went and saw the prequel trilogy in theaters when I was a young guy, and I didn't feel critically towards them at all. Like, I just had a great time going to the theater with my dad and watching. And so that was really exciting. But the show at large,
I like the dynamic between Obi-Wan and Anakin. Where Obi-Wan did not, it just expanded on that relationship they had.
No, I agree.
where-
That was by far the best part
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
I
Reva
like
wasn't
that
in it, and if
dynamic
young
more
Leia
than
wasn't in
anything
it,
in the trilogies. I don't know. I just had to rank something,
True.
And I also think about it like, I don't think about them all happening at the same time. Like, the point in time that Obi-Wan came out, I was like,
Yeah.
there wasn't, I don't know. It just seemed like out of nowhere. Oh, cool. There's another, Star Wars shit. And
I do know what you're saying, because that's why I rank WandaVision so high. I think I was really excited to see it. It was one of the first newer Marvel products, and post Endgame, and So I think nostalgia played a role in just general excitement to see something new, for sure.
I liked how they, and this is kind of a page out, I guess, of Mr. Biscuit's book on its contribution to the grand scheme of things, Obi-Wan's reaction.
Which one? Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan's reaction to finding out that Anakin is now Darth Vader, like that learning those little pieces that you don't see in New Hope, that you see at the end of the prequels, but you don't really know when you get to New Hope, and like how he's saying, "Oh, he's more machine than man." Like how he figures all that out was really well done in Obi-Wan Kenobi, I thought. So that's why I liked it, because of that thinking. Now,
Fair.
Well, I think on this list, it's obvious the big winner is Mando 1.
Oh yeah.
The big loser is Rise of Skywalker.
So good.
Andor's ranked up really
Yeah.
high. It's a great show if you haven't seen it. Rogue One's.
I know Andor seems kind of mixed. We've got high votes and kind of more middle votes on that.
Yeah, I think the lowest would be risky.
Well, it's because I feel like I loved Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was hands down the best Star Wars individual film, and I just feel like
that's also one of the highest ranked on it.
I didn't need Andor's backstory to make Rogue One that much better, because other than adding to Rogue One, I just felt like it didn't really add much more than that. It didn't need to Rogue One didn't need support, basically.
Okay.
I felt like it was a whole new story. Like, it really didn't feel related to Rogue One.
Well, as far as building up that character, that actor or whatever, as far as building up Andor, I didn't need, I would have been more curious to see a spin-off of the Blind Man. You know, the Force. I'm one with the Force. The Force with me. Cool. I would like to see.
Yeah, I really like that actor too.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever seen the Ip Man movies? Really good.
Yeah. I would rather watch a spin-off show of that than watch a spin-off of Andor. I thought Andor was decent, but it's just okay, we all know his end game. We know what happens. So no matter what he did in his life, we know what happens to him.
He's gonna die.
Yeah, he's gonna implode on the island. So I don't know. Other than that, it's hard for me. It's okay, that's cool, but not really necessary.
Gotcha. I see on here that. Well, first off, let me jump off of what P.S. Zombie was saying about Reva and how it seemed like a Reva show with Obi-Wan in it. Let's kind of reverse that and be like the Boba Fett show with Mandalorian in it, because that's kind of where my mind goes, is jumping over to Book of Boba, which the best, in my opinion, episodes was the Mando episodes. So,
it was, absolutely.
Yeah. So, and I feel like they just didn't they rolled that out without having a full plan. I liked Phoenix Shan in it. She's one of my favorite characters, but I just don't think they did a good job rolling that out. Kind of almost opposite of what P.S. Zombie was saying earlier with Reva and Obi-Wan. So, let's dial in on Solo, because I really want to hear your opinion, Alex, of the 4 and the 11, because I didn't like Solo when I initially watched it, but then I rewatched it and have grown to appreciate it. So, Alex, why the 4 and the 11? You said this explains my thoughts.
So I'm super torn on Solo, because I can't talk drunk about the rest of the universe and how they break things, and it's just not as well thought out or put together. And sort of, because they're doing it for nostalgia, right? That's the whole thing. They want to draw on the old fans, which is great to a point, but then it gets it gets bad fast. And so for me, what I really liked about Han Solo is one of my favorite characters from the whole franchise, and so I really liked kind of the origin story and kind of seeing the way that certain things were, the friendship between Han and Lando, and the Kessel Run and all of those things. I was that's really cool. But then, so that's why I gave it a 4. But then I also gave it an 11 because it kind of does the same stuff that I have issue with already, and it, for all intents and purposes, was definitely not a strong movie. My 4 is just because of the nerd factor and the fact that I love Han Solo, but it was not a good movie. So that's why
the actor choice was just terrible. The moment you chose an actor who doesn't look or act a thing like Harrison Ford, you're going to have a bad movie.
Fair.
Everything else could be perfect, and that's still going to be a bad movie because they just cast it so poorly.
sauces were there. All the spices were there to make a good meal because
Yep.
you had Woody Harrelson there. You had
Yep.
a
He was
interesting
fine,
story.
underutilized.
You had an interesting
Yeah.
story, like kind of what Alex pointed out. I feel like Donald Glover did a good young Lando. So like I feel like all the pieces were there. It wasn't well executed.
Yep.
Star Wars Resistance is just terrible. I don't know a lot, and that's a lot for me to say because I actually enjoy the animated series a lot because even though they're mostly tailored towards, I guess, kids, there's good content in there. Like Clone Wars had some good content, but then like Tales of the Jedi had some good content. But they don't do that with Star Wars Resistance. They don't like try at all to like try to cater to anybody beyond the age of 11. So I did not like it at all. It's the worst possible. And with all these animated shows, it's kind of like they're good, but at the same time, they're not going to give you a lot of substance. Like Star Wars Visions was cool, but it's also not really canon.
I like
It's
Visions.
kind of anime
Yeah.
style. And I see you watched that Risky Biscuit. Did you ranked it pretty high?
Dude, I was hooked after the first episode, man. I just thought it was so
Yeah,
cool.
the Ronin. That was such.
Yeah, man.
It was
just
cool.
thought
I
was
like
so
Visions
cool to
a lot.
see Star Wars characters, and I accept that it wasn't really necessarily canon, but like I just felt like it was so cool to see them in a different, reality. I guess I thought that was kind of fun. So it was like entertaining to watch.
Definitely the shorts were hit or miss. Ronin was one of the better ones, the first one.
Yes.
Um,
The band one was
but
kind
yeah,
of
very good. Yeah.
Well, like breaking down. I mean, if you want to break down episodes, yeah, we can have different rankings. But as far as like just overall, like Star Wars, being a Star Wars show and being so unorthodox of like anything that they have already done, I thought that was kind of cool. I just thought Visions was a pretty neat because I was trying to be non-biased, but I do enjoy anime, and so I just felt like Visions was just kind of like fun to see like a different perspective of like characters that we're all used to like seeing. Like we're used to seeing them act a certain way, do a certain thing, and then to see them drawn up completely differently, or to see them like see a story that's just not really relevant to like the core of Star Wars. I thought that was kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, it was very reminiscent of the Animatrix. If you watch that,
Yeah.
or
Yes.
what was that animated feature that they included with the Dark Knight, where they had like all the Batman anime shorts? Do you remember that? It was called like Gotham Knight or Gotham Knights or something. Maybe I'm the only one who watched that, but they had like 5 or 6 animated shorts about the Nolan versus Batman, and done by anime directors, and they were actually really, really good. I'll Google that because I highly recommend it.
Mando is the besto. Thank you, chat. 599 USD. Okay, we've kind of hashed out everything on the Star Wars board, so you guys ready to move on to something else? We still have more
Sure.
reindeer
Let's do
games
it.
for you. Reindeer ranker games.
Agreed.
All right, go to tab 4, everyone. Tab 4. This is a big one. This is a big one. Rank your Mountain Dew flavors, folks.
Oh dang! Somebody already cast their vote.
Somebody went ham. I mean ham on Baja. Ham. Okay. Just to clarify, folks, this is the active flavors. Okay, so even though you may be able to stroll through a gas station and get like a pitch black or a whiteout, these are the active current flavors right now. So there are a lot of discontinued ones. And I got to be honest, a lot of these I have not tried. A lot of these
I didn't realize there were so many.
there is so many.
Yeah,
Now,
geez.
some of these are exclusive to places. So, like Mountain Dew Legend is an exclusive Buffalo Wild Wings flavor. So, a lot of these are. There's like one that's like I think it's the Go-Go Citrus Strawberry. One of these is exclusive to college campuses, which I thought was interesting. So, also Fruit Quake is a new one that's been released I really want to try.
Quick.
That's kind of cool. So go ahead and rank once again if you have not tried it. You can leave off the stickies and please don't move the whole thing.
I'm sorry, that was me. That was me. I'm sorry.
The big Mountain Dew logo in the middle is the original, so you can rank that as well. So I'm going to get a Mountain Dew while people are doing that, and then put on some holiday music while everybody's picking their choices.
I'm gonna go get some popcorn. I think I've tried all the flavors that I've labeled. Yeah, I've tried 6 different Mountain Dews. I'll be back.
I can't find my 5. It's buried. Okay, here it is. I don't know what Southern Shock is.
Southern Shock is
Where's my 4?
Southern Shock is the Bojangles, and then Sweet Lightning is the KFC.
I've had Sweet Lightning. I don't know if I've had the Bojangles.
Stop it, folks.
Okay, 6. I want to say I did have Purple Thunder. I haven't used my 5 yet. 5. 6. I find my 7. There's so many of these. It's crazy. Sweet Lightning. Sweet Lightning might be a little too high just because I like KFC. Can't help myself. It's pretty good. Actually, yeah, let's do this. Dang, this is a vibe. What is this music?
It is a YouTube channel that is copyright free, so I can play it. Christmas music, no copyright, free cozy winter holiday mix.
Awesome. That's funny. Someone's like, yeah, man, I'm a jazz artist and I need my music out there. Alright, I think that's all I've tried, TBH.
I have not tried many Mountain Dew flavors.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
I'm tapping out.
Of just the game, right? Of just the game, right?
Who is orange again?
I'm orange.
I'm very impressed with the amount of Mountain Dews that you've tried.
Thank you.
But also, are you okay?
Well, we did the Mountain Dew flight at PU2's birthday. It really helped.
I remember the Mountain Dew flight.
At one point, we had, I believe, 6 different flavors of Mountain Dew in one refrigerator. It was pretty insane.
Is Diet Mountain Dew on there?
No! Get out!
And Mountain Dew Zero
Dude,
Sugar.
that is actually a very valid point because I actually
They're two
prefer
different
diet
flavors.
over regular.
Diet Mountain Dew is good.
I feel like Mountain Dew is one of the
some
ones that,
people
like,
do.
its diet's not
Yeah.
that very good. To me.
Nothing like a good D&D.
You know, back when I was a kid, there was just Mountain Dew and Code Red. And then they started adding all these flavors later.
Mountain Dew Spark is not on here, folks. Mountain Dew Energy is not on here. Diet Mountain Dews are not on here.
Looking for a
Mountain Dew
sponsorship,
Hard
Mountain
is
Dew.
not on here. So any of the sub.
Oh yeah, those were pretty good.
They were good.
They don't even sell those here, though. Alright, are we all set?
No,
I think we're good. Nope.
no, we're not.
Just kidding.
Back,
PU2,
I
you're
said.
putting too much thought into this. Just feel the vibe.
This
Go with it.
is my life.
Also, you were the one who made the list. You should have been the most prepared.
Yeah. I'm just. I had to get a Mountain Dew while I was doing this. Sorry
Yeah,
for.
I think whichever one wins, you have like 200 cans of it
Yeah, that's right.
for the stream.
Okay, I haven't tried a lot of these either.
You should have thrown Mellow Yellow in here just to
Just to
shake things up.
You got the
Yeah.
posers.
All right, I am
Maybe
going
a Mountain
to-
Lightning just to throw it off.
All right. A lot of people went Baja. I see that.
By far my favorite.
My favorite is Code Red, which was most people's second favorite.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh,
It's like medicine.
So,
so good.
so full of sugar.
It is pretty good.
It's great.
I see. I'm the only one who went Voltage for my number 3. People don't like the Voltage.
Okay, here's my rant about Voltage. There is too many blue flavored Mountain Dews. I feel like the
Name one other.
yeah. Okay, here we go. Here we go. You ready? You ready? Here's my list.
So good.
Atomic Blue, Frostbite, and Purple Thunder are all the same. Just you go to Walmart, Circle K, or I forget what the other one is.
Purple Thunder is purple,
They
I'm
are
pretty
all
sure.
They are all sub voltages. That's all it is. Watered down voltage. I don't know. Who
Okay, Purple
decided
Thunder's
that
grape
Mountain
flavor
Dew-
and Voltage is raspberry flavor, so
I don't know why they got together and said, "Hey, let's do a watered down blue version at all these other places and call them different things." Because that's what
Wow.
they did for those 3 flavors.
I would love to hear
Wow.
the 50-50 split on Livewire.
Oh wow!
Okay, so Livewire, I will say I'm the 9 on there. Livewire got ranked so low for me because it's been the longest since I've tasted it. Of all the flavors I have tasted, and so I don't have a great memory of what it is. But also, like, for me, it's like, how is it so different from a Sundrop or from a, any other orange flavored soda? So that I think that for me is the thing, is that it doesn't have enough to make it distinct.
Okay. First of all, you're wrong.
Whoa, okay.
I'll say what made it distinct is it wasn't like orange flavor in the sense of Fanta or anything. Like it actually offered like a nice citrusy flavor complement. You know, it was actually a decently proportionate because it was a Mountain Dew, so it was like Mountain Dew with citrus flavor beyond like its normal lemon, and I thought that was pretty freaking delicious.
Like I said, it has been a long time.
I use Livewire to clear my Mountain Dew palate because it's chill.
Oh, wow.
That's fair.
It's chill. Like you can have like the other day I had a Code Red and I was like I want another Mountain Dew, which back-to-back Mountain Dews usually doesn't happen even though I've done it here on the street. And I was like I need something not as intense as Code Red, and Livewire was right next, so I was like perfect, and that was like a great way to like because it's chill. That's why I gave it kind of a good rank, but also a little lower just because it's a kind of a chill flavor. I think for me, a good Mountain Dew hits you with all those you take the first sip and you're like, oh my gosh, that's sugar. That's what I want a Mountain Dew flavor to be. Like Code Red, it hits you. It's got all that sugar. Same thing with Southern Shock and
Man, that should be the slogan.
Sweet Lining.
Code Red.
It tickles your innards, as they
With
say.
all that sugar.
Yep. So that's my philosophy on why I ranked those. But check out Southern Shock and Sweet Lightning. They are both very good. That's Bojangles and KFC.
Yeah, I don't like
Okay.
peach in general, so I rated Sweet Lightning lower. But
Hold on.
KFC's nice. Their pot pies are good. Their mashed
Okay.
potatoes good.
I feel like who's the disgusting individual that put 5 for Baja Blast? Because what is wrong with you?
Baja Blast is delicious.
Dang.
I
It
just
is.
like the others more. Okay.
That's terrible.
All the others.
Wait, Putu, what color are you?
What a
I'm
strange
yellow.
person.
Pooja's yellow.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Ow,
upset.
ow, ow.
Dude, do you know what Taco Bell is? Have you ever been there before? Like nothing compliments
Have you
your
been to like
quesadilla.
Bojangles
or your
or
Mexican-
B-dubs? Because those are where Legend
Okay.
and Southern Shock can be found.
Dude,
Okay.
nothing
Taste
compliments
a
it
Mexican
and come
pizza
back to
better.
me.
This
Nothing
this probably
compliments a
says
Mexican
something
pizza better
about
than
my
Baja
enjoyment
Blast.
for Mountain Dew. But Baja Blast is my
Nothing.
favorite for two reasons. So Baja Blast is different than the other Mountain Dew flavors because the other Mountain Dew flavors are Mountain Dew with flavor added. Baja Blast is Mountain Dew cut with another product, and so Baja Blast is both less thick than typical Mountain Dew, and it's also less oppressively sweet than other Mountain Dews. And so, for those two reasons, it's by far my favorite. It's far more drinkable, and it's far closer to water in texture. Like, all the other Mountain Dews are thick and syrupy, and Baja Blast is actually, like, thin and drinkable. So,
See, and to me,
that's why
too
it's my
healthy.
favorite.
So that's why. It's too much water.
I didn't say it was healthy. I don't think it
That's
is.
It's just
Healthy
got a
Mountain
cool,
Dew.
nice quality to it, you know?
You
Like
know-
it's a real
Yeah,
melon.
but that's why I put Code Red as my number 2, because Code Red is the sickliest, sweet, thickest, syrupiest Mountain Dew there is. Code Red is like the it's Mountain Dew turned to 11. Like it
Dude,
is.
Code Red is solid. I don't think obviously nobody's debating that Code Red is pretty good. I just feel like Baja is an experience.
Baja's delicious.
Dude, that is an
And also-
experience.
9 out of 10 times you're drinking Baja Blast, you're also at Taco Bell, and you're just having a great time.
I was gonna say,
You're
man, I
living
don't think
Yeah.
I've ever had
It's a good
Baja,
guy.
like Baja in a bottle or a can. It has to be in the super carbonated.
I've had it in
clear
a
cup.
bottle and a can a few times, and it's still nice. But man,
It
if
can't
you're
be
at
the
Taco
same.
Bell,
There's no way.
you're
it's the
eating a Crunchwrap Supreme, and you're having a Baja Blast.
same.
You're a happy man.
Nice.
Or
See-
2 chalupas and a small.
Like I
sauce.
said, man, Baja Blast is an experience. Unlike any of these other Mountain Dews, you cannot
Yeah.
tie any flavor to an experience.
Yeah,
Well, you
it's,
can't
it's
Baja Blast.
2:50 a.m. They close in 10 minutes, but you made it just in time.
You made it just in time, even though your meat is lukewarm because they turned the burner off. Like they turned the burner off 2 hours ago. It's still
It's
solid.
fine.
If you want a good Mountain Dew for your lukewarm meat, Mountain Dew Baja.
No, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Someone's out. We went a little too far.
We crossed the line there.
When I was in undergrad, I went to Taco Bell. And I ordered a beef chalupa because it's all I wanted, because it's all that you ever need when you're having a bad day.
I love
And the
cheese.
guy came back and said, "Sorry, sir, we can't serve that right now because our beef tube is clogged." And it took 6 years before I ate Taco Bell again. 6 years.
Dude, I love their beef tubes. That is
Our
what
beef
makes them
tube
so
is
good.
clogged. I did like an audible retching noise and then just drove away. I
But
was
did
like,
you drink a Baja Blast with it? Because it would have made the tube that much better.
I wanted to so bad. I wanted a chalupa and a Baja Blast Mountain Dew, and then the whole night was ruined.
Wow.
6 years. It was a rough time.
Wow. That's hilarious.
That won't stop me from eating Taco Bell, but
No.
I appreciate
It will
that
not.
story a lot.
In fact, after this channel, I might go to Taco Bell.
No, I'm for sure with you. I think that's
I
gonna
still
happen.
appreciate the story.
It's a great
No, I'm
story.
for sure gonna eat Taco Bell too. Don't get me wrong.
It looks like Mountain Dew Go-Go Citrus Strawberry is exclusive to the Western U.S., which is interesting. Fruit Cake, Quake, we need to get on, guys, because that's released this holiday. Mountain Dew Vibe is exclusive to Witch Witch, and I see that you tried it, Climate?
No, I just like the name.
Oh, okay. That works.
Giving me good vibes, you know? Like, this drink is a vibe.
There you go.
Yeah, I would have tried the B-Dubs one. B-Dubs is one of my favorite spots, but I'm drinking beer when I'm at B-Dubs. I'm not really looking for a Mountain Dew. So.
Well, they have a alcoholic
That's a
drink
problem.
with it's Mountain Dew Legend Long Island iced tea or something like that.
Yeah, I'm stuck on beer. You know, that's it. Beer and wings. It's just such a combo.
Hard to beat that.
That's true.
But yeah, if there is also a Mountain Dew wiki page that I'm discovering after doing my searches here, which is fun.
Dang.
Yeah.
I wanna meet the editor for the Mountain Dew wiki page.
You're looking at
I
it.
feel like that's a man I could be friends with. And yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's a man. I stand by this.
Fair.
I'm trying to find the one that was sold on college campuses specifically because I think that's so funny that they have one that's just sold on college campuses.
All right, I'm tempted to turn the page and see what the next list is.
Don't do it. Don't do
Ah.
it. Don't peek. Okay.
I'm not.
Is
I'm not
everybody
doing it. I promise.
effectively Mountain Dew uproar is exclusive to Food Line? Okay, has everybody gotten their kicks from Mountain Dew? You're buzzing on the Mountain Dew. All right, the next game I'm not going to participate in. You can flip to the next panel, which is panel 5.
What is this?
Allow me to introduce it. 1 second. The World Against Toys Causing Harm, known as Watch, has released the top 10 hurtful toys of 2022. That is what you were looking at.
Ooh.
I know the answers to these, so I will not participate in this game. But I need all of you, this is objectively a right and wrong game. I need all of you to use your sticky notes to label what the hazard is for all these different toys. There are 10 toys. These are, again, the World Against Toys Causing Harm, also known as WATCH, W-A-T-C-H. It's top 10 toys of 2022 that are considered to be the most harmful.
Hmm.
Kind of depressing thing to talk about on Christmas, ain't it? Let's play the holiday music.
There's two. Well, there's several of these.
Yeah, there is copies, so 2 are choking hazards.
Potential for suffocation. Yeah. I can't read one of these. I'm gonna make it bigger. Oh, okay.
Potential for suffocation. My holiday music's not there. We go. Can you guess
Fidget
it?
pop and spin.
Can you guess it?
Is the knife 2 things or 1?
Everything is 1. Every toy gets 1 sticky.
I'm so off on this. I can already tell.
Alright, I feel like I'm.
Well, I put 2 on the same one, so we know.
Is that coming from a toy?
What is coming from the toy?
That music. It sounded like
Yeah.
it might come from it.
Alright.
Or aspiration.
It makes you really think about rethink toys now, doesn't it?
Alright, I think I'm done.
Also, this is classic.
No
PU
toys for the children.
This is also classic PU2ASU thinking, where it's parent thinking right here of how can this toy hurt other things. All right. Okay. All right. All the votes are in. Let's see how you did. All right. The first one, the top left, the little watch, is the Cocomelon musical learning watch. And it is having a potential for battery ingestion. Way to go. Points across the board. Ding, 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 ding.
Ding ding.
So well done, everyone, on that.
Hooray, battery ingestion.
Yay! All the way to the top right, the Raya is the Disney Raya's Action and Adventure Sword. And the label that goes with that is potential for blunt force and eye injuries. Everybody got that right? Also, ding, 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 ding. Way to go. All right, now you're going to move your way to the bottom left, which is the Little Woozy's Tickle Your Taste Buds Bakery, which is a choking hazard. Well done, everyone. Ding,
Nice.
ding, 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 ding.
Nice.
Then you will be going to Zeus Lion, which is kind of in the mid. There you go. 3 for 3. Middle left, the lion is Zeus Lion. It is a potential for indigestion or aspiration. Everybody get a negative on that one. Okay. Next is the toy to the middle, all the way over to the right. The little musical toy, and that is the Stingray musical bath toy, and that is a choking hazard. A choking hazard. So,
Nailed it. I have
PS
3 kids.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Risky Biscuit, got it.
Hey, I'm
knew
gonna
it.
pull off my ones that were wrong so that I can count.
Yeah,
how
I
many
agree. I
have.
think that's a safe move.
All right. Then we have the top middle is the Ooze Labs Chemistry Station. That is a potential for chemical-related injuries. So well
Nice.
done. Pretty much everybody but
What chemicals
Risky.
come in a chemistry set for a toddler?
I don't know.
I'm just curious.
Ooze.
You have the little bunny that's next to the lion, the little bunny pillow, and that is the bunny rabbit cuddly pillow. And that is potential for suffocation! Exclamation point. You all got
Nice,
that.
nice.
Which I found interesting that that was the only one with the exclamation point. It's like you could have you could adjust a battery, but suffocation! You gotta yell about it. Next is the bottom middle, the Poppin' Fidget Spinners. It is considered a choking hazard. Choking
Nice.
hazard.
Got that one.
And then we've got the Nerf Pro, which is kind of the dead center in the middle. That is the Nerf Pro Gel Fire Mythical Blasters. And it is a potential for eye or face injuries.
That thing does look really fun.
That's
I'm
dope.
just say that.
Yeah.
And last but not least, the Black Panther Wakanda Battle Claws in the bottom right. That is a potential for eye or facial injuries.
Nice.
So I think the winner is
Climate change.
Climate Changer. Way to go, Climate!
Yeah, I think so. Nice.
Way to go,
Whoa.
Climate.
I think about liability all the time.
He doesn't even
I'm
have
probably
kids.
good at that.
He doesn't even have kids. That's right. Well done, Climate.
Oh no, you got the sword round, Climate.
I don't know
It was-
why I would.
it was blunt
I don't
force.
have children. Yeah. Okay. I'll
So
take that
if
off.
that's the case, it's a tie with him and Alex. Is that right?
Oh, nice.
Well done.
Did I get the
I'm
munchkin
not
right?
sure
Is
I
that
just
right
get
or
hurt a
wrong?
lot.
Which one?
The munchkin.
Munchkin?
Munchkin was a choking hazard.
All right, I got that one wrong. All right, I lost.
Oh, Alex for the win!
Oh, damn.
Alex,
Whoa! What talk about a fourth quarter victory?
Right? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, don't even have kids. I just get hurt a lot in very stupid ways. So this makes sense that I would this.
He's like, I just go to Walmart and injuries abound.
Oh, if I had that toy, this is probably how I would injure myself with it.
That's why you only let your kids play video games,
That's right.
so
Well,
no harm
I'm
can
gonna-
come to them.
And watch.
If you haven't eaten a watch battery before, I highly recommend it.
Wow. I was always afraid it would electrocute me.
Last thing, ladies and gentlemen, is the very last slide. You can go ahead and go to slide number 7. Slide number 7, and
Oh wow, Christmas movies?
we're going to finish on a high note. We've talked somewhat depressing about how toys can hurt you. We are
Oops.
going to end on a good Christmas note and switch
Oops.
over to holiday movies. So I don't know why that's not switching over for the stream. Because it's
Holiday
there.
movies.
Hey, the background is over my sticky notes.
Yeah, me too.
Somebody quit moving the background.
You need to send it to back, Craig. PU2. Because it's over the sticky notes.
Okay. Nobody touch it. Nobody touch. Okay. It is sent to the back. These are just random.
Right,
these are just 15 very popular movies. There was just the use of the internet for these. No real ranking. No real.
Wait, I need to read all of these before I
no
start
structured
ranking.
methodology.
Because there's some
here.
good ones. Dang. Okay, maybe.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. And I'm gonna play.
Yeah, but is it a Christmassy Christmas movie? You know,
Yes.
that's the question for me. La, da, 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 da. Oh yeah, Grinch is good. It's not on this list, but who here's seen Cat in the Hat? That's a pretty funny movie.
That is a good movie.
Some of these I'm not gonna rank because I don't remember very well. It might be as far as I'm willing to go. Oh, come on. Even my rotating. Can't help it.
This is how I know I'm a very indecisive person.
It's funny because you've been very decisive about the other ones.
No, I just sort of change my mind constantly. Oh, I forgot about.
What's my sixth?
Oh, I forgot about Home Alone. Shoot.
Forgot about Home Alone. That's my number one. Oh my goodness. I'm not even gonna use 10. Okay.
Ooh, Jazzy. This is so jazzy. I love it.
Dang, some people have seen all of these? All right, I'm done. Yo, shout out to whoever's viewing. 7 years. Let's go.
I ran out of stickies and I don't know how.
Yeah, I ran out as well.
Yeah, it looks like there weren't as many stickies as there were minis.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Well, that works out in my favor, I guess.
Let's be honest, if you were going to rate them lower than that, were they even worth rating?
Because we've got 15 stickies and 18 movies. That's why. Okay. Well, duh.
You didn't run out of stickies. You got 2 left there, Pichu.
Yeah, I know. But I didn't rank Polar Express, Home Alone, or Rudolph.
You're down to 14 and 15, and you haven't done Home Alone yet?
I know.
Thank you.
No, I'm saying my ranking got messed up.
Get out.
Get out.
Get out.
Get out.
Divorce my sister. Just kidding.
Wow.
I bet you didn't even like Richie Rich, did you? You just don't appreciate Macaulay Culkin.
Well, have you seen him lately? Oof.
Hey, he's doing his
Hey.
best, all right?
He's earned not looking perfect, you know? With his filmography.
2 Christmases in a row, dude. Give him a break.
He's a legend. What have you done with your life?
That's true.
You ever heard of Robert with the Face Game? I didn't think so. Every time of year, every Christmas, I watch that movie, and I immediately call my mom after it. I'm like, "Did you really take me to see the second one in theaters? Like, how did that go over?" So I was like 6, just taking her child to see this violent movie.
Once again, Pichu, the generator of the list, is the last one to finish.
Yep,
He's been thinking about it longer than anyone.
that's true.
He just
I've been agonizing over this, friends.
yeah. He's been dreaming about this.
I did 5 movies before I finally
Oh, I didn't rank
gave in and gave
Dang it.
Die Hard a ranking, because to me it's not a very Christmassy movie, but at that point it was like, I would rather watch Die Hard than these other movies.
Okay.
Even
Yeah.
if it is Christmas.
All right, I'm resigning, so I think I got it.
Alright.
I ran out of stickies. I didn't rank Polar Express, but that's fine.
That's crazy. I've seen the fewest of these films.
All right, where do we start, friends? Well, Home Alone. That was pretty much the winner among everyone except myself.
I don't know, the higher average ranking is Santa Claus. Or Elf. Both of them have higher average rankings than...
Elf's
Home Alone.
such a good movie.
Yeah, I
It's so good.
gave Elf a pretty high ranking.
Yeah, I gave it the best rank
quality.
because I will never not watch that movie.
It's a great film.
And it's one of those Christmas movies that I'll watch even outside of Christmas time.
I think I gave it I give it 3, which is fairly low for what it is, you know. But only because it's more adult oriented, and I have more nostalgic feelings towards more kiddie Christmas movies. I put Home Alone and Santa Claus above it because those are kid kino. When you're a kid, man, those movies slay.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Elf is a little bit more of a grown-up kind of movie.
Yeah.
It's really funny if you're an adult. I don't know if it's funny if you're a kid.
Love Actually is on here, but we kind
never
of
seen it.
averagely ranked it kind of low because it was a rom-com, a Christmas rom-com. So not really a good Christmas story, just kind of a rom-com. So,
I mean, it's good, but it's not in the caliber of some of these other films.
It's true. I did not see Miracle on 34th Street. I've never seen that. But
Neither.
Risky and Alex, you guys ranked that one kind of low.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
it's
just
a classic. It's a good one.
it's decent, but
Fine.
like look at the competition. Like if I'm gonna like go through a queue of movies, I'm gonna pick 12 other movies before I pick Miracle on 34th Street.
Exactly.
Okay, let's address the elephant in the room though. Home Alone has a 1, 2, and 1 from the reasonable people in the audience, and then 7 and 12 from some maniacs. I want to know what's so wrong with Home Alone,
Okay,
the greatest Christmas movie of all.
Maniac.
dude. Okay, so first of all, Home Alone is the opposite of Christmas spirit. Okay, the premise of it itself has nothing. Like they left their child, and on top of that, man, when I think of Christmas movies, that just doesn't bring it home to me. Like Home Alone just does not feel like that feel good come together Christmas movie the way that like Elf or The Grinch does.
He
Or
learns
even-
the value of family.
That don't forget your family when you leave the house. Like
Forget them.
Okay,
Elf was
I guess
funny,
I
but
gotta
it's
ignore that
so-
part.
I guess I hear the argument that the central theme of the movie is not Christmas. In the
No,
same
it's
way
not.
that
It's
Santa
like-
Claus or Elf.
what are all the
Or
different
Grinch.
ways a kid
What
can
about the central
fortify
theme of
his
those
home
is
without using a straight up gun? Like what can he use to like defend himself without
mean-
using a weapon? And I
Home
just
Alone
like
is basically Saw for children. Like that's it's the same audience.
dude, dude, he DVRs a video clip of Scarface, and that's supposed to deter the villains from entering his home. To me, it's just there's nothing practical about that film. Man.
Merry
It's not
Christmas,
enjoyable
you
to me.
filthy animal.
It's just
Oh,
not. Yeah,
that's
it's just
awesome.
not enjoyable to me because it's like the villains are.
I guess
so,
to me it's
Okay, can we go back to the most prophetic thing I've ever heard, which is that Home Alone is just Saw for children? I just want to make sure that gets highlighted because
Dude,
that
it's
was
just
beautiful.
it's brutally
It's also
terrible.
very
Like
true.
that is a terrible movie. There's no good dialogue in that movie.
Oh,
in
yes,
Home Alone.
You filthy animal.
Okay, I'll hear that maybe it's not. I'll hear that it's maybe not a
guess.
paragon of Christmas movies, but I won't hear that it's not a good movie.
Well,
That's not
dude, like Danny
acceptable.
DeVito is not Danny DeVito. I'm sorry. What's his name? Is it? Dude,
Macaulay
he's
Culkin.
awesome. What the hell's his name? What's
Next
his
thing
name?
I'll hear, you don't like Mouse Hunt.
Oh, Mouse Hunt was amazing. If we're rating the best children's movies, Mouse Hunt is in my top list, dude. Mouse Hunt was awesome. But like, dude, Home Alone it's not to me. Like, I understand it's around Christmas time, but it's not a Christmas movie to me. Like, it's not something. And then like,
I'll hear that as an objection. Santa Claus and Elf both have really high ratings from everyone, so not even worth talking about. Great movies, great Christmas. Again, Grinch also has really high ratings from everyone. I think that's like we can almost call that the holy trilogy of Christmas comedies. Like they're.
I want to hear the counter
Let's see.
argument for Muppets Christmas Carol because that was a well done piece of work right there. All right, that's a classic.
so I ran out of. I
Says
didn't
the
have
man who
enough.
ranked it
Just-
Why am I
11.
rankings come back
You ranked
to
it
how many
11. Like
times
you're
I've
like,
had to
this is a
watch
great
these
movie.
movies.
That's why I ranked it lower than 10 other movies.
Do you not like Jim Henson? What is the deal? Like what do you not like just a classic tale? I don't understand. Do you also hate Treasure Island? Because that was a classic too.
Muppet Treasure Island is
So good.
primo.
So good.
Dang, all right, there's some feelings about this one.
I didn't have enough points. Otherwise, I probably
I've
would have
never
ranked
seen
it like 16 or 17. Just Muppets was just, dude. I'm just not a fan of the Muppets to begin with, and I'm really not a fan.
Have
of
you
a
seen
Christmas
Muppet Treasure Island?
We're not ranking Treasure Island. We're ranking Christmas. We're ranking Muppets Christmas Carol. And
But have you seen it? You
need to
claim
see
to object to
Mermaids.
Muppets in general.
No, I just can't do it.
We're gonna tie you down and force you to watch that someday.
I can't do it.
I'm with
I've
you.
seen it. I just didn't have enough points to put it as low as it deserved to go. I just don't. I'm not a psychopath, and I wouldn't have put it in my top
All right.
5 because I've seen other Christmas movies.
I just like to point out I'm the only one who's seen White Christmas. Bing Crosby, come on. But I see an interesting divide here on Die Hard.
Not a
You're
Christmas
seeing
movie.
mixed results.
Well, there's the right divide and the wrong divide.
But why would you put it number 1?
So I'm
like,
kinda-
so Christmas movie, you think Die Hard? Like they're like, oh, hey family, let's sit down and watch a Christmas movie. Die Hard
This
is
is
what comes
like
to your mind.
the rank that people don't like Christmas movies. They give this movie a high ranking because they can
Ooh,
get
called
away
out.
with watching.
Called out, Poo-Too.
Yeah, he's getting into my
Dang.
psyche a little bit, and that's right. You're exactly right.
Same with Charlie Brown. It's the shortest movie up here.
Dude,
Charlie
I gotta
Brown,
say
like,
that your
let
list
me-
is by far the most atrocious of all the lists.
Whoa!
Dude, top four, you have Die Hard and Muppets in your top 4. Like, how is that possible? Despite everything else, like, you have Muppets and Die Hard in your top 4.
I'm a man of many tastes.
Okay, I wanna-
See me.
I don't know, Muppets.
No.
Muppets.
Okay, I want to hear. I want to hear Climate's defense of Charlie Brown because Charlie Brown, I didn't rate it my lowest, but it's a movie that I never want to watch. Like I will watch it at Christmas, but I never want to watch.
It's one of those you watch once and then you never need to see it again.
So, my ideal Christmas movie is a movie in the background that I can ignore. Okay,
Okay, I appreciate that.
and
So,
that's
so why
why
isn't
Charlie
It's a
Brown is
Wonderful
number
Life
one.
your second?
It's perfect for that.
Kind of like Christmas. Just put it on the background. Ignore it. Just let it be happening.
Okay, here's an interesting one. I'm gonna attack you, Poo-Too.
Wouldn't
Why
be the
is
first time.
Nightmare Before Christmas so low? Nightmare Before Christmas is a good movie.
There's
I
a
agree.
cult following for that film, and I do not
Cult
support it.
What? A cult following for a
It's a
Tim
cult.
Burton film? Like,
Yeah, we don't.
There-
like Cole.
he's
There
a
is
good
so-
director.
there-
The
God
music is
forbid.
incredible.
Is it
The
a
stop
cult
motion
following or is it a
animation
Tim
is
Burton
incredible.
following?
There is
That you have a
so
problem with.
many, there is so much like following for this Tim Burton film, and I don't like obsession. I'm like, there are better movies out there, people, but people are like wearing the attire. They're going hard on some Nightmare Before Christmas.
You don't think the
So-
music's good though?
I mean, the music's good. That's
You don't
what's
think
on
the music's
bottom.
good?
No,
You don't think the
music's good.
animation's good? Like the stop motion? It's very impressive.
It's not gonna sell me much. Like, I mean, it's good aesthetics, but that's it.
In an animated movie, the animation isn't going to sell you.
No, because I'm more impressed with these old animation films like Frosty and Rudolph that have been around the block and are still good.
I would just like to point out A Year Without a Santa Claus is not on this list.
Yeah, there's a lot done on
And that's my favorite Christmas film.
I would like to point out too that we really hate on the, like, as a group, not to call anybody specifically out among this crew, we really hate on the old films like bad. Like we have no love for the like Christmas Stories, the 34 White Christmas, Wonderful Life. Like there's like these classics we just kind of can because we're like, no, thank you. You know,
See, Wonderful
Look,
Life
let's
to
be
me is
honest,
like Charlie
Christmas
Brown. I never
movies in
want to
general
watch
aren't
it.
that good. They just have a lot of nostalgia value, and that's all that. That's what you're going to vote on. Is what's
Yeah.
nostalgic to you.
Rudolph got a pretty good ranking for an older movie.
oh, it's good. I like it.
I feel like we could have a debate on what got left off. Like, you don't have, like, Nativity is not on here. You don't have Arthur Christmas on here. I feel like that was a really good one. Like, entertaining.
Arthur? I've never seen that, I don't think.
Dude, it's an animated movie. But we got Muppets on here, and
Hey.
nobody cares except for Poo2 about Muppets. Like, we only
Other
ranked it
people
because
ranked
we've seen
not
it.
the last place, okay? It got an 11 and a 13.
How many
It's not
people ranked
last.
Muppets only because they seen it and they ran out of tokens to be able to rank it lower? So, like, I just feel like it wasn't the
haven't seen
best
it, yeah.
sample size.
I do like the classic movie that it's based on. You know, that's a pretty good classic.
Have you seen the
Christmas story.
Patrick Stewart one? That's a good one. Christmas Carol.
Other than that, I feel
Yeah,
like we
so
all
for Die
pretty
Hard-
much. Yeah, Die Hard was a weird one. Obviously, National Lampoon.
Yeah, for Die Hard, National Lampoon I haven't seen, but it got ranked pretty high.
It just depends on how much you depended on cable to get your entertainment growing up. Whether you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not.
True.
All right.
It's home. It really does.
Polar Express is just creepy. That I've never
Yeah.
seen it, and I never intend to. It's terrifying to me. I'm not really
Dude,
interested.
Tom Hanks, man, plays like 4 different characters in that movie, dude. He is that movie. So unless you
Very strange.
hate Tom Hanks, because he literally plays like 4 different characters.
I mean, I don't
think-
love Tom
We
Hanks.
just flip it over to Toy Story. I mean, something better with Tom Hanks. I mean, come on.
Like, name all the Tom Hanks movies you like Forrest Gump, and then Big, and then like
Castaway?
I'm done. That's the whole.
Wait,
thing.
hold on. You said Forrest Gump and Big? Was that what you just said? Was that
That's
the second?
those are the
Castaway,
only Tom Hanks movies I like.
Castaway's good.
I'm sorry. Apollo 13 is not on that
Apollo
list.
13.
Never
Wrong
seen
with
it. Never seen Apollo 13.
you?
Oh, you need to go.
So
Okay,
good.
Toy Story. Toy Story's good.
Life is like a box of chocolates. I mean, you can't.
I'll acknowledge Toy Story's good.
First of all, Tom Hanks was I'm not Tom Hanks. Forrest Gump was terrible because
Whoa!
Jenny did not deserve Forrest. Okay,
You're right. You're right about that.
She
You're right. You're right.
and so I can't accept that
Nobody
ending.
does.
I cannot
But
accept
dude,
the whole like, oh, here's my
look,
daughter. Like here's our daughter.
That's a ridiculous
kid.
objection
Not
because
daughter, but-
like that's like you're like Forrest Gump was no good because the villain of the movie was bad. You're like Star Wars was no good because Grand Moff Tarkin destroyed Alderaan. It's like that's part of the movie.
That's part of
He
the
was a
story.
bad person who did a bad thing. Jenny was a bad person who did many bad things. That's not an objection to the
Dude,
movie.
yeah,
That's
she
just an
slept
acknowledgement
her
of
way
a
to
plot.
an STD and AIDS, and then died, and then was
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
she had
Forrest, I
middle
guess you
age.
can take care of our child."
She lived a lot of life, okay?
Yes, and she was
I
the
think
bad
someone
guy
has
of the
to put final
movie.
verdict on that movie.
Oh my gosh.
I just do because what Forrest is quotable that it's a good movie. No, it's not a good movie.
No. It literally follows through
Thank
history.
you.
Like they did all of the like with the shots with the
encompasses a
president,
generation.
all the historical events. The soundtrack is awesome. Like it's such a good like timeline.
The Walmart
movie.
smiley face, like, come on!
Yeah.
I just get out of here. I just
One of
can't.
my
I'm not.
favorites.
I'm not saying it
Okay,
wasn't like
Jenny.
entertaining, but I'm not. I just not my favorite, man. I can't. I don't buy it.
So what Tom Hanks movies are you thinking of that are like blowing your mind?
Okay, first of all, the best one is Castaway, dude, where the guy literally talks to himself the entire
Yeah,
movie,
Castaway
and
was good.
it's fantastic.
I don't think it's his best movie, but it was good.
The Terminal.
The best Terminal was amazing.
Terminal was a great movie.
I haven't seen Terminal.
Oh, so
That's
great,
a
man.
solid one.
Dude, so good, man. And it
I
was
mean,
based on a
what
true
about
story, so it
movie
made
where he pilots a vehicle that's crashing.
The crashing airline on the Hudson.
Oh, what's the guy's name?
Miracle on the Hudson.
Yeah,
It's Sully.
Oh wait,
Sully.
that was
Sully.
Um,
50% of his movies.
Captain.
Oh my gosh,
What's
dude,
the
Saving
Captain
Private
one?
Ryan, man.
Okay,
That was
Saving
great.
Private
movie.
Ryan. Yeah. That is his best movie. I think that's
What's
true.
the sea captain one?
That's a good movie.
Has anybody forgot about
Captain
Green
Phillips.
Mile? Was like Green Mile not entertaining to anybody?
I've not seen Green Mile.
That was a great
It
one.
was.
If you want to cry, watch Green Mile, man.
All right, let's pull up Tom Hanks movies. We're
I'm
gonna
about
rank
to
them.
right
Wow,
now.
we
That's
went
actually not a...
on a total
Like-
sidebar.
Dude, Toy Story.
You've opened
Okay,
my eyes.
Woody. How's Toy
Okay.
Story not in anyone's top like
Toy
three?
Story.
Because we were ranking
I was-
Christmas music originally. We got so far off
And
topic.
we're back.
Why is it Toy Story on this?
Okay,
Where's the? Make
I would
the
say
Tom Hanks. You need
Tom
to make
Hanks-
the Tom Hanks list. real quick.
best movie, Saving Private Ryan.
Mm.
Dude, Catch
I'm
Me
gonna
If You
put-
Can. That was a
I'm gonna
great
put number
got
2
Mel.
as Toy Story.
You Got Mail's pretty good. As far as rom-coms go.
I agree. I thought You Got Mail was pretty good.
I'm
For
standing
a
by Big.
rom-com category.
Big is a good movie.
but not like an overall Tom Hanks movie. It was a good
I
rom
feel like it
com,
was sad.
but not a good Tom Hanks
It was a
movie.
good one.
It was a little sad, but like all the best movies are a little
Okay, shitty. Alex said in the chat.
Yes, Jenny's a terrible person. I'll agree.
Can I just say that the PU2ASU Christmas special, the one point in our special where we've gone on a rant about Tom Hanks, it's increased our viewers to the highest number it's been all street.
Dude,
People,
a league of
people
their
crave
own.
Tom Hanks.
A league of their own.
Tom
How do
Hanks
you not
feeling.
like the angry coach?
I've not seen A League of Their Own.
There's no crying in baseball. Like, how
Maybe
do you
I
not
just
like a
haven't
league of
seen
their own,
enough
man?
Tom
There's-
Hanks.
It's
Come on,
so
man.
good.
He just wanted to mow some yard. Like, that's kind of cool, right?
That's it.
Mm.
I like
Anyway.
Toy Story. I will say.
Saving Private Ryan's the best, though.
Saving Private Ryan was really good.
That was a great one.
I don't know, Forrest Gump's still my favorite. It's one of
Dude,
my favorite
Captive.
movies.
Is that
Guys-
Spielberg directed that, right?
Have you not seen Captain Phillips? The man acted his butt off towards the end, like in Captain
Dude, the
Phillips.
end of that movie
I
was
heard he's gonna
wild.
be in the next
I will
Marvel
agree with
movie.
you on that.
I am the captain now.
I mean, that was the most quotable scene, but like, dude, the movie at the very end where he like, spoiler, where he's like on the table getting examined and he's just like losing
Yeah.
his mind. Dude, that was such a good scene. Like that alone was
Yeah.
enough to justify the movie.
I've got
being-
to agree with you. That was probably like the best acting I've ever seen in the movie, like ever. That was
Dude, I
wild.
bought it, man. He just felt liberated, and it was just fun to watch him.
Did y'all watch Elvis? He was really hamming it up in that one.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I did watch Elvis.
Elvis was a good
That-
movie, though. That was a
I
pretty
don't
good
know
movie.
the accent. I just
Yeah, his accent was silly. I will say, though, for like non-franchise, non-sequel movies,
He's not supposed to sound
Elvis
like
was
that.
one of the better ones from this last year. It was a good movie. Because like I feel like most of the movies that came out were like sequels or like superhero movies and stuff. Like not too many original films came out. Sonic 2 was pretty good. Not as good as the first one in my opinion. But it's pretty...
I didn't
Well,
know
I'm
that.
just saying, man. Tom Hanks was
Doesn't
the
it?
man. I'm just saying.
I thought Tom Hanks played Tails.
What? What?
I'm just kidding.
Tom Hanks.
No.
So we can all agree, though, that Forrest Gump was not the best Tom Hanks
No,
movie.
no,
So
we
Oh
cannot.
no, I never claimed it was.
No,
Yeah.
No.
I claim it
It's
does.
definitely not.
I claim. I'll.
You claim?
Yes.
Better than Toy Story? I don't think so.
I will back you all.
No.
to the corner on
Better
that.
than Saving Private Ryan? I think that's got to be his best movie. It's so good.
I mean,
y'all
it's
see,
a very unique story. You know,
Black
It's got
Hawk
that
Down.
going for
Speaking
it.
of World War II movies, Black Hawk Down.
okay, if we're gonna go war movies, we might as well just save this for another day because there's so many war movies that we can like reference.
So we clearly have a need for a future stream where we rank Tom Hanks films and war.
Well, we already
movies.
did that, but how about you pick like an obscure actor that is just? I just feel like,
All right, Brad Pitt.
yeah, the range is. You know what?
Fight Club- Fight Club is
All right,
probably his
best
best
Bruce
movie.
Willis film because he's been in at least a million.
Bruce Willis.
So, because there's so many
Armageddon.
that you could.
Armageddon.
He's been in so many.
Armageddon? Better than Die
Armageddon.
Hard?
It's a solid one.
Armageddon. Love
Better
that.
than Die Hard?
I love that movie.
Bruce Willis.
Better than the
you just
Fifth
ranked-
Element?
You just ranked Die Hard as the best Christmas movie because of Bruce Willis. You're gonna tell me that that's the best overall movie? I'm not
Fifth
buying it.
Element
I
was
just said a
I'm
lot.
not buying
Bruce
it.
Willis.
All right, we're really getting off the rails here towards the end of the holiday special, but let's wrap it up. Because we're getting too ranty,
Sure.
I feel, for the viewers. So I hope this was fun. This was a new format I was trying, so I think I'll continue. I think everybody kind of like this format, so I'll try to think of some more games to do like this, and we'll do a couple just chatting ones where we rank random stuff. Because this was fun. Thank you guys for being here, players. PS Zombie, Climate Changer, Alex, Risky Biscuit. Appreciate you guys on the stream. It was a lot of fun. So thank you all for being here. So just to recap, this will be the last stream of 2022. We will take a good long 2-week break before we do any sort of streams into the new year. So we'll be doing some more D&D content. And the next year, we've got PS Zombie's going to be restarting his Unbeaten Path, which is exciting. And then we'll be continuing on with Build a Sandcastle this past summer. Now it's a campaign. And that will restart officially on the 9th of January. That's 2 Mondays from now. So be looking to this channel for another chapter of that on Monday night for Dungeons & Dragons. Folks, this is it for our Christmas special. We're glad that you've joined us either live or after the fact. This was a lot of fun. These guys cracked me up. I want to thank each and every one of them for being on the stream. And I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody watching, either now or after the fact. We hope that you have a great Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year going into 2023. From the PU2ASU channel to your family, we really do wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This is PU2ASU and crew saying good night and season's greetings.
Toodles.